Hello, and welcome to Culture Shocked, the pop culture podcast brought to you by four aging millennials and our outdated opinions. I'm Mike, and I'll be your host this week, and joining me as usual is...
Hello, I'm Adrian, and there seems to be no sign of intelligent life anywhere.
Hello, you cultured swines. My name is Corey.
So, as you probably guessed by those opening remarks, we are going to infinity and beyond as we talk about this children's movie saga that the main characters are named after women's pleasure things. So, as Woody would say, this is the perfect time to panic!
Just that awkward waiting for if we ever do a live episode, we're just gonna be on the stage like
It'll be easy when we do a live show, actually, because our music will be playing. We can kind of just talk to each other.
Yeah. If our music wasn't playing, I would just be like, well, this is usually where the music goes.
I'm literally gonna be that weird.
So, as we've mentioned many times before in this podcast, when we've spoken about movies, especially probably the very beginning,
Our first episode?
The first episode when we did the movie episode, I'm pretty sure we talked about Toy Story.
I have to think it was brought up.
We definitely talked about it during the live stream for The Cure.
Yeah.
We did talk about it during the live stream for The Cure. If you haven't seen that, is it on our YouTube by now?
It's on our YouTube, and I am going to release the audio eventually just as a bonus thing.
It's currently our only video on YouTube.
It is. But it has 26 views, so we're on the uprise.
We're on the up and up.
We're better than that Baker Reviews crap.
Oh, hell yeah. YouTube.com/Baker Reviews.
Nice.
But I've gotten pretty good at plugging. But
I think, especially early Pixar, I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's most of our favorite.
Yeah. Before they were Disney Pixar.
Favorite Pixar?
Like favorite Pixar, like the early Pixar movies.
Early, yeah. It's definitely my favorite.
So I guess
Pixar's been pretty consistent throughout.
That's one of the. There's very rarely a Pixar movie that I don't enjoy.
I don't think there is one that I don't enjoy, a little bit at least.
Right? I mean, they all have something to offer. They all have
Lightyear.
I know.
Fuck off.
What? You don't like Lightyear?
He didn't like Lightyear.
What?
Yeah, he's our controversial.
All right,
well,
hey, that's
not
fine.
so controversial, but he's our.
Of course, I didn't like Lightyear.
Adrian doesn't like anything heartwarming.
That's
I don't
true,
like
but
movies.
That makes. Why are you on this podcast?
I guess this is why Doug said I was more the movie guy, because Adrian fucking hates them all.
But
I love watching movies to shred movies apart.
That's true.
Unfairly.
I'm glad that you kind of didn't like it because it'll kind of give us something to talk about.
That's why,
we won't be sitting here gushing about it. But yeah, we decided because of Lightyear coming out onto the streaming service on Disney Plus recently, we decided we would do a Toy Story episode.
Hell yeah!
I mean, where do you guys want to start? I mean, there's how many freaking movies now?
Let's start in 1995.
1995.
Before a lot of the people who listen to this were even born.
Right. The year was 1995.
Before the internet was a really crazy thing that you could use really well.
or a thing for any of our homes. Period.
Yeah, I didn't even have internet then.
Back in 1995, when every animated movie was a musical, and Toy Story decided to do something different.
That's mostly true, yeah.
I will admit, so as a fan of musicals, when I was younger as a child, I didn't like them. Like music, like a lot of the Disney movies, aside from like Lion King and Little Mermaid and Aladdin, like all of the other ones, they just they were lost on me because I was like, I just want a movie. I don't want to see all this singing bullshit.
Like, why are these people going off for 4-minute musical?
This doesn't make sense.
My inner Broadway queen was always inside me. I always liked musicals. I was a sucker for them.
I think over time, because I wasn't obsessed with music like I am now. When I was younger, honestly, I feel like I was a very boring child.
We were there for it, guys. He was.
I wasn't really into music that much. I wasn't really into like football until I got older. Like I didn't even think I was really into video games all that much. I was a boring child.
What the hell did you do?
Played with dirt.
Well, we did that too.
Back in my day.
Holy shit, man. We used to make our entire front yard just a village for our cars. We did cars before Pixar did cars.
Well, okay. You want to talk about a weird Pixar movie, Cars? Yes, but
yeah,
we're talking about
by weird, you mean horrible?
Oh, I was gonna say we did Cars good.
I like the first one.
I was wrong. There is a Pixar movie I don't care about.
I like the first one. The other two can go to hell.
The first is the only slightly endearing one. Yeah.
But
I don't even like that.
Yeah, as I got older, I appreciate the older movies with the musicals. I love Beauty and the Beast now. I enjoyed the live remake.
So
one of the few live remakes I actually enjoyed.
With Emma Watson?
With Dan Stevens. Yeah, great movie.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Dan Stevens is a big Broadway guy.
They all did a phenomenal job. I was really happy with it.
Yeah, that was a decision. That was a decision that not everybody was on board with at first, like not doing the music aspect. I mean, we did get that original soundtrack from Randy Newman, so.
And you got a friend in me.
That's right, motherfuckers. You and me, boy.
Still some of the most iconic cartoon movie music of all time.
Yeah. I'll fucking jam out to some Randy Newman.
Right? He made like a new road tripping song for Toy Story 4. He's fucking still doing it.
We salute you, Randy Newman.
Absolutely.
For those about to soft rock, we salute you.
Yeah, I'm not exactly.
For those about to soft rock, boom, we salute you.
Yeah, not exactly banging my head to Randy Newman.
No.
I'm just gonna get right into this. Between the two main characters in the first movie,
oh, don't do this to me.
Who did you like more?
Slinky or Rex? Probably Bo Peep.
Yeah.
I mean, that's because she just gave it out to whoever wanted it.
I know my moving buddy.
I honestly refuse to answer that question because
why?
They are such opposing figures. They're different. They're so different in so many ways, and they're both great at their character, at what they are.
I have a favorite.
Woody. Okay, go ahead.
It's Woody. I liked Woody more than Buzz.
I loved Buzz's delusion, though.
Oh, absolutely.
How delusional he was.
I think because of that, that's why I loved Woody so much.
Going forward, movies 2 through 4, yes, Woody is probably my favorite. But in that first movie, when Buzz still thinks he's real and he's delusional, that he's right on par with Woody the whole time.
And that is something that Toy Story 2 did, where a lot of sequels they rehash the old jokes and it doesn't land.
Yeah,
well, Toy Story 2 did it right because they reverted him back to his like demo mode or whatever because there was something wrong.
And not only that, but his Spanish demo mode.
No, that was Toy Story 3.
No, that was Toy Story 2.
When Toy Story 3, they 3 because they put him in demo mode and he's patrolling the.
Oh, that is 3.
Yeah, it's 3.
What is it?
Yeah, 2's when he gets taken by the guy at the yard sale.
But he wasn't like Spanish mode in 2.
No, that was 3.
No, wait.
Toy Story 2, there was a second Buzz. There was an imposter Buzz.
Okay, you're right. Fuck.
And then him and Zurg rehashed their father-son relationship. And
I'm your father. No. I do love Toy Story 2 because there are so many Star Wars references in that movie.
They didn't even realize they were doing us. Well, I guess he was supposed to be imitating Luke there. But he sounded more like he was imitating Darth Vader in Revenge of the Sith. And it wasn't even out yet.
What's a little ironic now is absolutely Zurg was meant to be Darth Vader in the whole Toy Story thing. And now, of course, Disney owns Star Wars.
Yeah.
They didn't at the time. So watching Lightyear and kind of seeing that interaction, I was waiting for something to be more like on the nose. But they didn't do it.
You're right. Yeah, they didn't do it as much as in Lightyear.
Well, yeah, they did it a few times when they had Buzz say his lines that were the toy lines.
Oh, yeah, I did notice that. Like, you're mocking me, aren't you?
Yeah. And, has his thing open and he's saying, there doesn't seem to be any intelligent life anywhere when they're on the planet. And she walks by and says, why are you doing that?
I think what they were trying to do was make it make sense for why the toy had those sayings.
No, I know why they were doing it. That was the movie Andy watched. They say it right at the beginning.
Yeah.
This is the movie that Andy watched and loved, and it's why he wanted the Buzz toy so bad. So it totally makes sense.
Yeah.
I hate people that are like, why'd they have to do a live action? Because the toy's based off a movie. They're finally showing you the movie. Yeah. And they're finally showing you the movie. It's live action compared to what it used to be.
It's just really advanced computer animation.
Yeah.
It looks like hyper realistic.
Yeah, it's just Pixar. It
right.
looks like a Pixar movie. Like I don't know why
Disney's real good at explaining things, and I think they found a way to explain that.
Yeah, no, I was completely okay with it. There were a lot of people like, why isn't Tim Allen voicing him? Why is it Chris Evans? Like, for one, Tim Allen's kind of a controversial person at the moment.
He is.
And two, most toys aren't voiced by the people who did the movies. When you buy a toy that has a voice, it's not usually that person.
Same with video games. When video games are based off of movies, it's not the same voice actor or the same person. So,
yeah, not always, but yeah, like
most cases, no. It's
unless you're Vin Diesel, then he did every one of them. But
well,
God damn it! Are we talking about Vin Diesel again?
No, we're talking about family.
No,
La Familia.
We're talking we're talking about family movies.
I was trying to do his voice the other day in the car. I was like, "Oh, I died family." I can't do it. I can't fucking do it.
Have some family.
It's closer than mine.
That sounded more like.
It sounded more like Rocky.
Yeah,
it sounded like Sylvester Stallone.
I was gonna say every time I try to do a Vin Diesel, it turns into Rocky Balboa. Adrian, F is for family.
That's what Bill Burr says.
Yes, he does. Yeah, but I rewatched.
Very good, Mike.
I literally rewatched all of these movies, so they were fresh in my head, and wow, does that animation just got so much better through the years?
Oh God, yeah.
The first one is hard to watch, like by today's standards.
Oh yeah, it's rough.
The movie's great.
No, the movie's great, but when you think about what they could do today, think about how Lightyear looked.
Yeah,
and then go back and watch Toy Story 1. It is a huge difference.
Yeah, like all the humans look like mannequins. Sid's dog, I think, is the worst thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Sid's dog looks fucking terrible.
Sid himself doesn't look too great.
No.
Sorry, that's Sid.
The garbage man of Toy Story 3?
Yep, I do love that they made him the garbage man, though.
Oh, sorry.
That was excellent.
That shows you, kids, that if you're an evil child,
trash,
you'll become a garbage man when you're older, which means you'll be making a lot of money.
Yeah, you'll actually have a pretty good job.
If you didn't say that, I was going to at the end
there.
Thanks Disney for that, wisdom there.
Life lesson.
No, but yeah, I think in the first Toy Story, like they're clearly set up to be Woody and Buzz are opposing forces. So if you like the one, it's like
that's why I asked.
Yeah, exactly. I gravitated more towards Woody as well. Like, I don't know if they just suckered me in. He was meant to be like the main.
There's a reason for that, Adrian. I think you and I are both very cynical people. And
we are.
Woody in the first movie is really cynical.
Woody's kind of an asshole at first.
He is kind of an asshole. It's true.
He's
not accepting at all.
Like the way Buzz is, like Corey talked about why he loves Buzz.
Yeah.
I think that's why I love Woody so much in the first one because of how Buzz is. Woody's lines. Woody has all these great lines because of it.
where he's roasting Buzz.
He for sure has better lines and like funnier one-liners, but
yeah, Woody's mocking him the whole movie because he's like, "You are ridiculous." But to be fair, if Woody knew his origins of Woody's Roundup, maybe he would have been the same way at first.
Maybe.
It's true. That's way weirder than Buzz Lightyear's movie.
Woody's Roundup. Now, I will admit, Lightyear's better than Woody's Roundup.
Don't worry.
Thank you.
Woody's Roundup is coming out next year.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Sure it is. The way Disney goes. I wouldn't be surprised if they gave Slinky his own movie.
Oh.
Well, he's already
rest
on
in peace,
podcast.
Ernest.
I was going to say, rest in peace, Jim Varney. Oh, man.
Yep. Man, some great voice actors in those movies.
Absolutely.
They got some fucking A-list stars.
Giddy, Dom Hattie.
And speaking of stars, do you guys know some of the almost casting decisions for Woody and Buzz?
Hold up. Is this an Adrian's fun fact?
They don't come around as often these days, but this is, in fact, Adrian's fucking fun facts. There we go. I was going to say, man, that was weak. You guys saved it with the explosion.
I didn't do anything.
Of course. Pew, pew, pew. Maybe it's because I don't use them as much, so they've lost some power.
We've lost our luster.
Yeah, we're fucking tired of this podcast.
We do this for you guys now. We don't even do this for us.
We're like Doug. We're not really here.
Oh,
God,
Doug is like
do this myself.
Doug is like Bo Peep in Toy Story 3. He's gone.
What happened to Doug is Sid got a hold of him and he blew him up.
Oh, awesome! A Doug Samsel figure.
No, said no one ever.
Said no one ever. 1632. Doug is a piece of shit. I'll say, hey, Doug, you don't have to listen to the episode. Just listen from like 15 to 17. You'll love that part. We give you some props.
Mad props, bro.
No, but some casting decisions here. So,
Yes.
2 people were considered for the part of Woody before Tom Hanks. Although that was their choice all along. I can't remember who it was, but he wanted Tom Hanks the whole time. Other people considered were two radically different directions here: Clint Eastwood or Robin Williams.
Now, Robin Williams. This was probably one of those things this was one of those things they do to Robin Williams, where they offered it to him so the other guy will take it.
They did it to that guy all the time.
They do it to him all the fucking time in Hollywood. Well, sorry, he's gone now, but they used to do it to him all the time. They would offer him something because the actor that was thinking about taking it knew that Robin Williams would take anything. So as soon as they heard, oh, they're asking Robin Williams, that other person would jump in there and accept the role. They did it to him all the time.
And then, so for Buzz Lightyear, we had Corey's favorite actor, Chevy Chase.
God.
And then 2 other great options, Bill Murray and Jim Carrey. I don't know how Jim Carrey would have been as Buzz Lightyear. But
I love Jim Carrey, but I don't think that would
I don't think Jim Carrey would have worked as Buzz Lightyear, but I do think that Bill Murray would have fucking worked as Buzz Lightyear.
Bill Murray, I would have crushed it.
Bill Murray would have worked, but it would have been hard to get him back for 4 movies.
Yeah.
100%. Bill Murray doesn't like doing sequels.
In that direction, they probably made the right choice with Tim Allen, but...
Because Tim Allen doesn't do shit.
But if you think about it now, would you really change Buzz Lightyear's
I don't
voice?
think so, Tim.
Fuck no. Tim Allen's controversial political conversations aside, I love him as Buzz Lightyear. I love Tim Allen in a lot of shit. And the Santa Claus and
going forward, I'm just going to make this very fucking clear. Here at Culture Shocked, we separate the art from the artist. If somebody is controversial and they're stupid, that doesn't mean we're going to stop liking the stuff they did previous.
Yeah. Victor Salva's a scumbag, but goddamn, his Jeepers Creepers good.
There's only one exception to that for me, and that is the Lost Prophets. I can't listen to another song of theirs ever again.
That's a little intense. That guy went way too far.
Fuck. I just want to put this out there. Fuck you, Ian Watkins. All right, moving on.
And moving on. He went hard.
It's a really bad choice of words, Adrian.
Very poor choice of words. And then the last thing now this is someone who was actually offered the role of Buzz but turned it down because he didn't think the animation style would work for audiences. boy was he wrong. That was Billy Crystal.
What a dumbass. He would have made a great Buzz.
He turned down a lot of stuff back in the day,
and obviously Billy Crystal would go on to work with Disney and Pixar with Monsters Inc.
Yeah, well, because then, of course, he's like, "Oh, I was wrong.
I was wrong." Oh yeah,
I will take that back. You know what? I'm glad that we still got Tim Allen as Buzz because Billy Crystal as Mike Wazowski is amazing, and I wouldn't want anybody else in that role.
No, he was perfect for him.
Yeah, Billy Crystal fully admitted he made a dumb decision not taking that.
Well, yeah, Billy Crystal isn't one of those assholes in Hollywood.
No,
the same way I'm sure Will Smith probably regrets not being Neo in The Matrix.
Well, that
would have been a completely different movie.
Do you really think he regrets that? There was one good movie.
That's true. Doug.
1.5.
Oh yeah, I didn't see 4, so I can't speak for 4.
4 is actually kind of decent.
But 2 and 3, awful.
And Neil Patrick Harris is amazing in it.
Neil Patrick Harris is good in it, but no.
Neil Patrick Harris is amazing in just about everything he does.
Whoa, can you guys believe it? I don't like a movie.
I know.
Sure.
That's why I just don't trust your opinion anymore.
Could you possibly say that when Adrian doesn't like a movie?
Listen, I don't trust Adrian's opinion anymore. And speaking of, go over to YouTube and watch Baker Reviews.
Baker Reviews. Hey, I like movies. Okay, I love Toy Story 1 through 4. They're all fucking masterpieces. Lightyear, not so much.
The writing for these movies, and honestly, just about every fucking Pixar movie, they know how to strike the chords. They know, They know what kind of message to send. It's never confusing. Like they know how to drive it home. Like one of the perfect examples of that. I mean, I know we're talking about Toy Story, but the movie WALL-E is a fucking amazing movie.
Yeah, WALL-E kicks ass.
And the message that they are sending there, I am fucking behind all the way.
Well, you have to be behind it because we're on that fucking trajectory.
I know.
Everything that WALL-E said was going to happen, we're right on it. We're right on it.
Nobody cares.
We're all going to be fat blobs in hover beds.
Some of us already
100
are.
years from now.
I was going to say the only thing I'm missing is the hover bed, baby.
Oh, but what about the rocket-powered wheelchair?
I was just going to say, do you think a hover bed would sound like?
I do. And if it ever does, we predicted this a long time ago.
One of the greatest inside jokes that nobody knows.
And it's not even funny if we explain it. So
no, it was just the moment.
Take that as you will, people.
that one guy from Germany's like, yeah, rocket powered wheelchair.
And he just stopped listening to this podcast.
That's not funny, Adrian. He has a big day. He has a long day tomorrow blowing up Yakatomi Plaza.
Oh, Yakatomi. At first, I thought you were going to say he has a big dick.
Well, he might.
That's what I thought he was going to say too.
And he's also like, yeah.
Yeah. First of all, Adrian, you sound more Swedish than anything.
Well, that's what I was going for. You know, the Swedish German.
Oh, right.
What? There's a reason everybody thinks we're assholes, and Adrian just proved it.
Yeah.
You pathetic American prick.
Yeah, so Toy Story.
Yeah, we were talking about Toy Story, I thought.
Mike was semi-relevant with WALL-E, and then we went off the walls.
Oh.
Well, WALL-E was like when WALL-E first came out, I rented it for my kids and I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I was like, well, it was okay, but there wasn't like any talking until the end of the movie, so it was kind of boring.
That's true.
And I watched it a couple years later. Corey, I think my son, wanted to watch it, and I popped it in for him, and I was enthralled the whole fucking movie. I'm like, why did I not like this?
Talk about beautiful. A bold choice to really not have any fucking speaking lines in an entire movie almost. It paid off. It worked. Though it is relevant. WALL-E, and honestly, just about every Pixar movie is relevant to one another because somehow they find a way to put a little piece of each movie into their other movies. Like the Pizza Planet truck is in WALL-E in that junkyard.
Yeah.
Yep.
Actually, that Pizza Planet truck shows up in almost just about every fucking Pixar movie, including Cars. Of course, it shows up in Cars.
There's literally Disney Pixar references through every single Disney Pixar movie.
I love that they do that. It's like they're telling you, okay, all of this takes place in the exact same universe. Somewhat, but what doesn't make sense to me is like Cars like an alternate universe.
See, that's why I don't like it. Like, is it supposed to be humans devolved so much they're cars now? Or is it an alternate universe or a different planet? I don't understand. It doesn't connect.
Disney, please, I know you listen to this. Get back to us on this. We want to know. These are hard-hitting questions.
It has to be a alternate universe because
also, why did you guys fuck up the Star Wars sequels?
It has to be. We're not doing that. It has to be an alternate universe because in the credits, they're going through all the different. Like, there's a Buzz and a Woody car. There's a Monsters Inc. cars. There's Bugs Life cars. So it has to be an alternate universe of Disney Pixar. Like, are they saying that Disney Pixar is in another universe making those movies as well, or?
Maybe. I think out of the four of us, I'm the only one that enjoyed Cars. Like I said, I hate the 2 and 3, but you know, to me it was a really neat concept. I don't know, but when you start thinking about the grand scheme of things of how all these Pixar movies are kind of like connected, and then you're like, where the fuck does that fit in?
Where do Cars fit in?
Like, this doesn't make sense.
That's probably my biggest problem with it is there's nothing to relate. Like, a movie has to relate you somehow to the characters. And then the movie Cars, there's literally no way to relate to them. They're cars.
You can relate to Lightning McQueen. Arrogant prick. Oh, wait, never mind.
Just because he's an arrogant prick, he's still a fucking car. There's nowhere to. There's nowhere to put
I
yourself.
thought that was the thing.
It had good voice acting in that movie, though. But I mean, that's the other thing. Pixar has always been great at picking like good voice actors for their characters. Like going back to Toy Story, I don't think I couldn't imagine anybody else voicing those characters.
I mean, you have. I love that fucking Mr. Potato Head is just an asshole throughout the movies because it's fucking Don Rickles.
Yep,
the roast master. I mean, of course he's gonna rip apart every person he sees. Jim Varney was great. I can't remember who played Rex, but he killed it.
It's the guy from Princess Bride. Inconceivable.
Yeah.
I don't remember his name.
I always see his face, but I can't remember his name.
And then the one guy that shows up and voices at least one character in every Pixar movie, John Ratzenberger.
Yeah.
Who voices
they make
him.
that joke in Cars, actually. He's like, I love this guy. They put him in all of them.
Yeah, so the original plan of Toy Story was originally a pretty different movie. Like, I feel like a lot of the people were going for edgy characters more than, like, heartwarming. Like, Woody was originally created to the point of being completely unlikable.
I would have still liked him.
Yeah, you guys are unlikable.
Yeah, because there was like a test screening with executives, and I can't remember who it was, but he said it was like he was so embarrassed about it, they literally, like, paused production of the movie. They didn't know if they were going to make it because it went over so poorly.
I imagine that was expensive to make those movies back then. It was not an easy animation to.
Yeah, that was the first fully computer animated movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they just said they call it like the Black Friday incident. They showed it to executives on a Friday, and they said it went over so poorly, and they were embarrassed watching the movie that they're like, I don't know if.
I think I saw rough storyboard drawings, and they said some of the lines that he was going to say in the movies, and it was really horrible. Where he was just going to straight up degrade him the whole fucking movie.
Yeah, I know we said Woody's an asshole, but he's an asshole in the realm of Toy Story. Like, they were going to make him an actual asshole. He wasn't meant to be, like, the leader of the toys. He wasn't meant to, like, be anybody's friend.
He was going to be a Robert De Niro and Taxi Driver.
Well, wow, that's a little far. But I
mean, typical Joss Whedon making asshole characters.
Yeah, right. Thanks, Joss.
Prick.
Yeah, thanks,
Prick. Yeah, but I don't. I'm glad. Obviously, they changed that direction. I don't think the movie would have been successful had they stuck with the edgy characters. Like,
so one of my favorite moments of the first Toy Story movie, and I don't know why it fucking cracks me up every time, is when Woody comes out of the toy box and he doesn't have his hat, and that fucking little weird squeaky shark comes up, and he's like, "I'm Sheriff Woody. Howdy, howdy, howdy." He's like, give me that. I don't know why that fucking cracks me up.
That's not just you, man. That's like, I've seen a lot of people say that this is the funniest part of that movie. I don't know why, because it doesn't make me laugh that much.
I'm Woody, howdy, howdy.
But it is hilarious. It's one of those moments where every time I see it, I'm like, oh yeah. I don't laugh, but I remember that part.
Right.
It's just, I don't know. It's
or fucking when Sid's like smacking Buzz against the Buzz, like. I don't believe that man's ever been to medical school.
My name is Mrs. Nesbit.
I love when he's trying to convince the toys to help him out, and he's like got Buzz's arm. So he brings it back.
Oh, hey, like, buddy. Oh. Yeah, they're like, what are you trying to pull? Nothing. He murdered him. Fucking Slinky, of course, is actually believing Woody with the fucking one arm. See, it is Buzz.
Wow, that was a really good Slinky.
That was a good Slinky.
I think they have a voice for Toy Story 5.
Yeah, that's right. I'll be Ernest. Fuck it.
I mean, Slinky is the only, he's always loyal to Woody.
He is. Yeah, he is. Yeah, first movie.
He's a dog. I think the whole point of that was he was a dog.
That first movie, those characters, even though Woody is the leader, they're even before the whole Buzz thing, they're pretty I don't want to say skeptical, but they're quick to turn on Woody. They're kind of dicks to him in the first movie, except Bo Peep and Slinky. Potato Head, of course, he's an asshole to everybody, like we talked about, but he really doesn't like Woody, I don't think.
Would we dare say that they pour a Donald and Goofy?
Sora.
They turn on him so fast, and that's thanks to what's his name, Arlie Ernie.
Yeah, Arlie Army.
Yeah,
the army soldier.
Army, that's it.
Yeah, you are a disgrace.
You are a disgrace, boy.
Where's your honor, soldier?
So fast.
They do. I mean, when Buzz knocks out of the window, like at that point, I get it.
Yeah,
but,
right.
But just think of Woody's transformation. Like, these movies are so good at developing characters that in Toy Story 1, he's trying to get rid of Buzz because he's getting too much attention, and by Toy Story 4, he's trying to get Forky back because like that's the only one that Bonnie cares about.
Yeah.
Woody does a complete 180.
I honestly, if it weren't for Forky, I don't know if I'd enjoy Toy Story 4 as nearly as much as I do.
Oh, I like it a lot.
I do like it. I do love it. Forky's pretty awesome. Trash?
I just think he's going
No, you're not trash.
That's Tony. Trash.
That's Tony Hale, man. He's hilarious.
He is hilarious.
He's very underrated.
He's like, Woody, you're like me. Oh, really? Trash.
Fucking roast. He roasts Woody all the time.
He does. And then when that dummy, like that ventriloquist doll walks away, he is terrifying. Forky is a badass.
He's the best character of Toy Story 4. I will give you that.
Yes.
Yeah, when I first watched that, I didn't know
him and Duke Kaboom, of course.
Duke Kaboom, Keanu Reeves.
Fucking Keanu Reeves, man. I am Duke Kaboom.
Nope. No way.
It's because of the poses, too. That's why he's my favorite.
You're right. Duke Kaboom, I forgot about him.
That was actually Keanu Reeves' idea. Like when he was going in reading the lines, he had the idea for the poses. He was literally like up on the table doing the poses.
Nice. I love Keanu Reeves so much.
Keanu Reeves is amazing.
Yeah, he's the perfect human. Like he's too good for Hollywood.
If there was one actor I think I could meet, it's probably him. I'd love to meet Keanu Reeves so much.
He'd probably be cool with it.
I think he'd be the most down to earth to talk to.
Oh yeah.
No, for
Just
sure.
Don't kill his dog.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think that's fair. I think that's fair of anybody.
Yeah, it's true.
That's just good life advice.
Guys, just don't kill dogs.
Right.
I mean, I don't have a particular set of skills, but
I'm going to do a culture shocked public service announcement. Guys, it's bad to kill dogs. Don't
be like Michael Myers. Don't be like Michael Vick. Don't kill dogs.
Wow, they give Mike's a bad
Michael
name.
Vick didn't kill dogs. He made them kill each other.
That's true. Mike, why don't you tell us how Michael Vick's not such a bad guy?
Well, you see. No. I'm stopping this one.
Misunderstood more than anything.
I can't.
He said, I can't. Oh, fun fact. I think I said this on the live stream for the Cure episode, but when Woody is trapped in that like milk crate with the toolbox on top of it, you can actually see when Buzz is trying to push it off him, it says Binford Tools.
Ah.
Oh, yeah. You did say that.
From Tool Time.
A direct home improvement reference.
Yeah.
I love when stuff does that.
Me too.
Yeah, Toy Story is very good at Easter eggs.
Easter eggs are some of my favorite things in movies. When I see them, I get overly excited, and to nobody. I can be sitting at home watching it myself, and I'm like, "Dude, there's that thing," and nobody's here.
Any Easter egg. I could be watching a TV show or anything. Any Easter egg. I was watching Lucifer the other day, and Tom Welling is in the one season, and Lucifer's trying to get him to like talk to him because they're trying to figure out how to kill him because he wants to die.
Spoiler alert.
And he's like, "I'm just trying to get to know you. Everybody has kryptonite." And I'm like, I see what you did there.
That's funny.
Everyone has kryptonite. He's
Zip it, Thanos.
Superman.
That's funny.
Ryan Reynolds does them way more on the nose.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of his style of comedy.
Well, I mean, that's what Deadpool does.
You mean Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah, right. Ryan Reynolds is basically
Deadpool. Is Ryan Reynolds.
No, Deadpool plays Ryan Reynolds.
Deadpool plays Ryan Reynolds.
That's what I meant. Literally, Deadpool, like when Ryan Reynolds went in there and acted as Deadpool, I watched the whole movie just going, this is just Ryan Reynolds. He's just being Ryan Reynolds.
Which, I don't know.
Yeah, I had no complaints. I'm just saying.
No, because I feel like whoever wrote for Deadpool in the late 90s, I think, had Ryan Reynolds in mind.
Well, Ryan Reynolds was legitimately a Deadpool fanatic, so...
Well, he didn't become a Deadpool fanatic until he did Blade Trinity.
Well, it doesn't matter when you become a fan.
Well, I know. I'm just saying somebody introduced him to the comic because he said
critical.
He said his character Hannibal King in Blade Trinity reminded him of Deadpool.
Like such a dick.
the first thing that Ryan Reynolds looked up.
So tired of this shit.
Scumbag.
Let's start our own podcast.
What were we saying, Mike? but
wait, you can hear us?
This isn't the Deadpool episode.
Anyway, fucking Toy Story.
Sorry, folks. We gotta get Mike off the Ryan Reynolds train as fast.
There's gonna be somebody that's like, wait, I wanted to hear this.
Yeah, I know someone's like, wait, that.
We are gonna do a Blade episode, so keep listening.
Dude, what?
People.
I know we will. Just kidding.
Oh, 100%. I like the Blade movies. I think Doug does too. So
all three of them.
I like all three of them.
See, here's the thing.
They're a mess, but
here's the thing. Some people think I'm too critical. I think Corey's too forgiving.
Yeah, that's true.
He loves everything. Except Cars, Jaws, and Chevy Chase.
Listen, I don't go into...
How do you not like Jaws? You love everything.
Adrian, shut the fuck up. I don't go into any movie wanting to hate it. Not one. I go into a movie wanting to love it.
And you love every movie.
No, I don't.
What I love about the dynamic of this podcast is like Corey and Adrian are like a yin and yang, and Doug and I are like a yin and yang.
See, Corey and I...
First of all, there's no G in yin and yang.
Yin yang.
You bastard.
I've been saying it right this whole time. Everybody else has been saying it wrong.
Confucius was wrong?
Yeah.
Yes. Duh.
Yeah, no, somewhere in between Corey and I's opinion, there's the truth.
Yeah, we're both.
That's probably true.
I'm too forgiving. Adrian's way too critical. Somewhere in the middle there is where you should be.
Say Corey said he's not way too forgiving. Corey's just forgiving, and I'm way too critical. Here's the truth. Corey's way too forgiving. I'm critical.
No. He's way too critical.
Hey, fuck you.
I'm slightly forgiving. I'm barely forgiving. I only forgive a little bit.
Doug's really set in his ways, and I'm easily swayed.
Yeah, there you go. Wow, well, these dynamics do work.
Set in his ways, stubborn asshole, however you want to describe it.
Doug really is a piece of shit.
The Last Jedi fucking sucks.
Wait, Doug? Oh, yeah. No, a direct quote from Doug Samsel.
No, it was like, The Last Jedi fucking sucks 2 weeks later. The Last Jedi really wasn't that bad.
Last Jedi is my favorite movie of all time.
It was like 2 weeks later, too. That was great.
Just so everyone knows, off podcast, Mike said it's his new favorite movie of all time.
He did.
Right up there with Chips, guys.
Right up there with Chips.
And Dragon Ball Evolution.
See, Mike, it's funny if you play into the joke.
I'm learning.
Mike's getting humor.
It only took 38 episodes and Mike learned.
But Toy Story, the movies just they all do a great job of finding that balance of kids can enjoy them, adults can enjoy them, serious, heartfelt messages, comedy, even some good action. I mean,
good,
they're shockingly good action. The further the series goes, the better the choreography gets, because the more they can do with their animation.
The more budget they have.
Yeah, like the beginning of Toy Story 3, like in Andy's imagination, like during the whole train heist. Yeah. And Mrs. Potato Head's fighting Woody, like that's legitimately badass. Like Woody's doing like backflips and shit over the train cars. I was like, holy fuck.
I was wondering what the hell happened there.
Toy Story 3 is out of the four movies is probably the most horrifying.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of
that was my next question. I'm going to get to this before you guys talk about the very obvious horrifying part that all of us who were then children when the first two came out, or teenagers, and then very much adults when 3 came out.
Yeah. Well, when the first one came out, I was 5 years old.
Did either of you shed a tear when you thought they were going to die in that incinerator?
Oh yeah, no, that was super emotional.
I think I literally fought tears actually going down my face, like because it was like my childhood ending. Yeah,
and Woody, true to his character, like was the last one to give in.
Yeah,
he's just kept fucking fighting up the barge, and
they all like took each other's hands and like reached out to Woody, like, dude, come on.
Yeah, let's
just accept this.
Like when Jesse looked at Buzz and said, "What do we do now?" Like his quiet, just grabbing her hand. Yeah, that's tough. Fucking Lotso. Where's your kid now, Sheriff?
I did feel like really sad. Dude, not a lot of movies make me cry.
God, Mike, you're a robot.
That's not true.
And just think if Mr. Potato Head didn't save those aliens from falling out the car window in Toy Story 2, they wouldn't have been there to save them in Toy Story 3.
That's right.
We are eternally grateful.
The claw.
They totally did that on purpose.
Oh, absolutely.
Duh. That was
Duh.
They had to do that.
Well,
they had to do something. Now, they may not have saved them in 2 because they wanted them to save all of them in 3, but they may have been making 3 and been like, wait, the aliens could save him back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
I fully don't think it was their plan in 99 to have them resave Buzz.
11 years later.
I don't think their plan. I don't think in '99 they planned on doing a third fucking Toy Story.
Right.
No, I don't think they did actually.
Somewhere,
or they did, and it like got stalled crazy.
When did 3 come out? Like
2010. 11 years later.
Okay, so like about.
And then there was a 9-year gap between 3 and 4.
So about 2008, 2009, somebody at Disney was like, guys, we're running out of ideas. We really need to make some fucking money here. Let's just start making sequels to older stuff, and we'll fucking get that nostalgia factor back. Because let's admit it, how many people were kids, like us, when we watched the first 2, saw that Toy Story 3 was coming, and we're like, I don't fucking care that I'm not a kid. I'm going to watch this Toy Story.
First of all, Up came out in 2009. WALL-E came out in 2008. So both those years you just said they had killer movies.
No. I wasn't saying they had bad movies. I'm just saying, like, Disney, they're all about the greed. They want more. They want more and more money.
Yeah, I think if a franchise is successful, they're going to milk it.
Yeah, I think, and I mean, come on. I will say this: they fully 100%. The writers of Frozen were like, we're not going to do any more movies unless the story makes sense. They didn't want to just milk it for the cash camel that it was.
Yeah,
but it's Disney. Look what they're doing with Star Wars.
I think cash cow would be a better word. Camels can go a long time without. I think cash camel exactly contradicts what you're trying to say.
But I would like to point out that Disney 100% is a cash camel. They could go 20 years without making a movie and still make profit.
Well, yeah, because all they fucking do, like, anytime that they want to make more money, they're like, oh, we just released this from the vault.
So, I mean, it's pretty apparent we like all these movies, but was there, like, outside the 2 main characters, was there a favorite character for any of you guys in any of the movies?
Oh, man.
Other than Duke Kaboom, of course.
Yeah, as far as side characters, Duke Kaboom and, well, Forky, obviously. Ken in Toy Story 3 is a badass.
Yeah, Michael Keaton.
Yeah, Michael Keaton.
Can't believe that.
I would argue that in Toy Story 4, the main characters of that movie are Forky and Woody, not Woody and Buzz.
Yeah, it's not so much.
Buzz is a side story in that one.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I think someone said it beautifully with Toy Story 4. I think Toy Story 3 was Andy's ending and Toy Story 4 was Woody's ending.
Yeah.
Like, do I think Toy Story 4 was necessary? No.
I don't agree with that. Woody's ending is in the parlor.
Wait, at the parlor?
The massage parlor.
Woody's ending, you son of a bitch.
He was pretty happy after that.
I was like, what scene is that?
It's a deleted scene. It's in Joss Whedon's trailer.
Actually, Woody's not very happy after that. Usually he's like sleepy.
That's true.
Woody's Roundup.
Not that I've ever.
A whole new meaning.
I've never been to a massage parlor where there's a happy ending at the end.
No, never.
Only twice.
Culture Shock in no way endorses happy endings.
I do.
Fuck you. Yes, I do.
I do. So fuck him and fuck you too. I think Slim Shady once said that about Will Smith.
Oh my God.
What you should have said is Culture Shock in no way endorses prostitution.
I do.
Yeah, there you go. I do. I do.
There's
so
legal.
fuck,
there's
wait
legal.
a second.
There's legal prostitution. Fuck both of you.
We're stuck in a
loop.
loop.
You talking about OnlyFans?
Well, that's not prostitution. That's
might as well be.
That's pornography. First of all.
No, there are some people on OnlyFans that charge people to meet up with them to have sex.
Okay, that's prostitution.
There you go.
That's not what OnlyFans is.
Its face.
That's just
Bro,
what some people use it for.
I've been using OnlyFans wrong. Side characters.
Side characters.
Ken, Duke Kaboom, Bo's a badass in Toy Story 4.
Oh yeah, she is.
I mean, Jessie's great.
Jesse's a great side character in Toy Story 2.
Yeah.
The weird. I don't really like how they kind of tried to do like the whole romance thing with her and Buzz.
Didn't work for you?
Kind of weird.
Yeah, I didn't mind that. Wait. Here's Mike's corner of hating love again. It's a fucking theme the whole way.
I don't hate it. No. That particular. It's weird to me. Like I don't. It's
I didn't
not
like that people were in love in this movie.
No, I love.
What, cowboys and space rangers can't have a relationship?
You fucking fascist.
There's a whole movie that's trash that tells you that shouldn't work. It's called Cowboys and Aliens.
Cowboys and Aliens.
Oh my god!
I don't think that's a love story, is it?
No, but
it's a love story between aliens and Woody. Or
does Harrison Ford fuck an alien?
He does. He absolutely does.
He absolutely does. That movie's trash. That movie's so bad. It's a perfect example why cowboys and aliens don't mix. So clearly, cowboys and space rangers shouldn't mix.
I've never seen that, which means it's probably a movie I would love because you.
But guys, it was clever. Cowboys and Indians, cowboys and aliens, right? It was so clever. Such a
Indians and aliens.
I know the parallels are bountiful.
What if they did an aliens versus Predator?
Oh my god, that would be so good. Speaking of which,
I bet that would be heavily underwhelming.
Prey is absolutely amazing.
Prey's awesome.
Anybody who hasn't seen Prey and they like the Predator movies, prepare to maybe like this one more than Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Whoa.
I said maybe.
The way he said that, he's like, prepare to maybe.
Whoa.
I said maybe.
It is my second favorite of the Predator series.
It is such a hair behind the first one for me that if I watch Prey a couple more times, I might like it more.
No, Mike, not like your fucking Robin Williams.
Not
hair.
your.
Yeah.
Exactly what I was gonna say.
It made sense. We already talked.
So
about
now
him.
everybody knows exactly what Mike's arms look like.
They are very Robin Williams-esque. Yes.
So is his chest. It's disgusting. Don't ask me how I know that.
Well, he just showed it to us.
Oh yeah. He's obviously not Chiba.
Well, he's a guy, so I make that joke as much as I can.
Dude, Mike totally showed us his boobs.
Well, he's a guy, so
more like mannery glands, huh?
Adrian, make a joke.
What if they made an Aliens versus Predators versus Freddy versus Jason?
That's what I want. Well, if you put one on after the next, you kind of did watch that, or put them on two TVs.
Not my arm.
What if they made instead of aliens, cowboys and aliens? What if they made a Harrison Ford versus Daniel Craig,
Ooh.
James Bond versus Han Solo,
Indiana Jones, or Han Solo? What if they made Marshall versus the Machine?
They did make that.
Okay. He lost.
He lost
every time.
It's a
yeah.
Freddy.
You're gonna lose that one every time.
How sweet dark meat.
That's a good Predator.
Toy Story.
Toy Story. So I mean that we just talked about Harrison Ford, so we already briefly brought it up, but I just wanted to mention all the instances of Star Wars in Toy Story 2.
Fantastic. And bring it up. Let's go.
And most of them are in that first video game sequence. First,
yeah.
Yeah, you have Buzz hiding against that wall, and that eye camera comes out, just like Return of the Jedi. And then when he shoots it with his laser, it's literally a TIE fighter cannon. When there's the hologram battery, it makes a lightsaber sound when he reaches through it. And obviously, I Am Your Father. I think that might be about it. But still.
That's all in Toy Story 2?
That's all in Toy Story 2.
Clearly, that's bullshit because he's not his father. He's actually himself.
Oh, God, don't even talk about that bullshit. That's not canon.
It is canon.
Even though that's the movie the whole Toy Story is based off
of.
The
movie totally that is. Andy watched.
That's not Toy Story canon.
Totally is.
I actually kind of like that.
Sons of Anarchy was never compared to Breaking Bad.
Bullshit.
All these things people are like, what are they talking about? Guys, check our Discord. If you want to join the Culture Shock Discord, just go in there.
Pay us money. Give me
it. Give me it. Review it. But no, during that
Corey would like that.
But during that video game sequence, fucking I'm trying to think. I was 9 years old in theaters when I saw this movie. I was freaked out when Zurg killed Buzz, like in the first 5 minutes of the movie.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? I said that as a 9-year-old. What the fuck?
It's true. I was in the theaters with him. It was weird.
Said this movie's bullshit.
That was the first time Adrian started hating movies.
That's right. I said not canon.
and then he found out that it wasn't actually canon. It was just a video game.
Buzz isn't going to be part of the multiverse.
Sam Raimi didn't direct this movie. This movie sucks.
Sam Raimi Toy Story. That would be something.
Jesus.
Or John Favreau. Those would be my first two choices.
The creatures under Sid's bed would have been much more scary.
Oh, that's true.
They would have been amazing, I think.
Yeah, he definitely.
They were all right. Let's talk. Those were really creepy for us as kids. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, as a 5-year-old, Corey, you were a little bit older, but that
was
whole
8 or so.
That whole sequence in Sid's room is fucking scary.
It is.
I'm like, what the fuck?
There's a lot of horror in these movies.
Yeah, we talked about it. Bo Peep.
Yeah, exactly. Bo Peep.
I felt my moving, buddy.
But Corey, since you brought up the multiverse, I wanted to say real quick.
Oh no!
I found out that I think it was Toy Story 3 when Bonnie's leaving the daycare.
Yeah.
Her mom's car, her license plate is MCU 726. So maybe in the universe 726, everyone's a toy, or
or July 2026 is going to be the last Marvel movie because something bad's going to happen.
Oh, thank God. We're so close.
I think, you know what, as much as I'm not burnt out on these movies, if they ended in 2026, I'd say that's a good run.
Oh, for sure.
I would buy all those movies and watch them over and over again. It's fine.
And it could have ended soon enough.
So,
shut the fuck up.
How do you guys buy into the fan theory that
Adrian sucks dick?
Well, that's accurate.
Wait, what?
Adrian put that whole microphone in his mouth right now. And he has a Yeti, guys.
Oh, I got a big old blue Yeti.
Do you guys buy into the fan theory that Andy's mom was the owner?
Was Emily?
Was the owner of Jesse?
Totally.
I mean,
where does Andy get that hat?
Right, that is.
It's the same hat that that.
I mean, it could have totally been any other hat, but
I know.
No,
but
it's
they probably made 1,000 Woody's Roundup hats.
No, but I totally, I'm down for it. Like,
no, I'm 100%. As many times as they've connected things like this in those movies, and not really told anybody, just hoping you'll figure it out. 100% could be.
And like Jessie reunites with her human.
I mean, they don't call her by a name ever, do they?
No, they never say her name.
Just Mrs. Whatever.
So Disney,
Mrs. Nesbitt.
It's one of my favorite lines in that whole first
Since
movie.
you listen to this podcast, Disney, please contact us. Tell us, is Andy's mom the original owner of Jesse?
Right. And also, I have a few questions about the Star Wars
Pixar. Well, they were going to call us. Now they're not.
Come on. Review it.
Come on.
Adrian did review it. Now they're mad at us.
Come on.
Shit.
No, but speaking of Jesse's human, fucking Sarah McLachlan, right? That scene with her and Emily. That's one of the saddest moments in any Toy Story. When you see her backstory with Emily and like Emily growing up and forgetting about her. With fucking Sarah McLachlan with the arms of an angel, bitch singing in the background.
First of all, that was like sad.
When she loved me.
That was sad. You're watching that movie thinking, Jesus, like she just straight up forgot about that toy. But then you think about it and you're like, oh, I did that a lot.
Absolutely.
I lost interest in toys constantly. Am I that dickhead?
Hey, dickhead. Just like
okay, dickhead.
And then the fucking the scene with the goddamn toy repairman. Why is that scene so satisfying?
I know. That's the same guy in the Pixar short playing chess in the park. Right?
The chess, yeah. That sticks with me so much for some reason. I love that scene.
Yeah.
You see like the little reflection when he cleans Woody's eyes and he's clearing up his bald spot on the back.
Sewing his arm back on.
Until he fucking paints over the Andy.
I know, what a dick. And then Andy writes it back on the foot, but he writes it correctly.
I know.
Doesn't he put it on right? Like
he does.
My end's not backwards anymore.
I'm growing up. I'm learning how to write things. Andy should never grow up.
That's true.
Mike, are you with us?
Yes, I was looking up fan theories. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Mike accidentally typed in fanfic. He's lost in a weird world.
Rule 34.
There's a lot more Bo Peep and Jesse on that site, Mike.
Whoa, Bo Peep and Jesse.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
They make double fisters.
There's just a lot of great stuff in this movie. You have the Jurassic Park reference when Rex is chasing the car. When Potato Head looks out the window and you see the dinosaur running.
Yep.
Hey,
awesome.
So here's one that probably Adrian didn't know in his fun facts.
Ooh.
Did you know in the first Toy Story they didn't intend for Bo Peep to be Woody's girlfriend?
Yeah, I did.
What they intend for it to be?
They intended it for Barbie to be his girlfriend.
Oh, really?
But Mattel, they didn't have the same
him.
faith in Toy Story as Pixar, so the toy company thought that the film would fail. So they declined the rights to use Barbie in its film. Although they later let them use Barbie, but
why did so many people think this would fail?
Well, because
it was the first of its kind. It was it was a heavy chance to take. It's like, you're going to make a completely computer animated movie? How stupid are you? Blah, 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 blah. That's what the whole boardroom sounded like.
That's what any type of corporate leader sound like to me.
And you know what's funny is after the success of that first one, every single one of those guys jumped on board and Disney just ate it right up.
Right.
They let them all jump on board because they're like, give me your millions. It's fine.
Toy Story 2 is like one of those rare animated sequels that don't go like direct to video. Yeah. Like The Revenge of Jafar and shit and Simba's Pride. Hey. I'm not saying they're terrible.
I like all three Aladdins.
They're direct to video.
Here's another fun fact. Woody's voice isn't always Tom Hanks. Out of all of
you're not always Tom Hanks.
Nice. Oh, you got him with his own joke.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
That was a good one.
Now, with
it's just Tom Hanks with a fake mustache. I'm Tim Honks.
It's Hom Tanks.
Hom Tanks. Tim Brody.
No, apparently Tom Hanks has a brother named Jim who, when
I did know that. He does ADR for him sometimes.
Yeah, when he does their side projects, like, when they do the Toy Story Halloween episode or whatever they did.
Yeah.
Jim does the voice for Woody.
Oh. Yeah, because I wonder, just small things, like when they're in the sound studio and they just have to do little grunts and stuff when their characters are like,
Yeah, that's not always the actor doing that. A lot of times it is. They do sit there all day sometimes just going
Imagine that's your job today, though,
dude.
Like, I'm going to the studio, honey. Like, what are you doing today? Oh, grunts.
I imagine that's my job every single minute of every single day. I would do voiceover work in a second.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, me too.
Yeah, I know.
You could pay me minimum wage, I'd still fucking do it.
Corey, I know you're the same way, but I do impressions and shit all the time at work, and people are like, "Why don't you do something with that?"
Dude, I get told constantly, "Dude, do something with that."
And then people think I'm the voice of Rivers Casino because when I turn on my voice, I'll be like, "Hello and welcome to Rivers Casino."
Yeah.
Wait, do you do the announcements? I'm like, no.
I do that shit all the time.
But sometimes they'll have me do a message. They're like, Adrian, I know you're good at this. You want to do it? And I'll be like, well, the owner of a gray Honda Civic.
I love that, man. And on the way home today, as a matter of fact, this is interesting because we're talking about Pixar. On the way home today, I did Baymax the entire way home.
Oh, nice.
To the point where I think I annoyed Katie with it. I did Baymax the whole way home.
That's always the best.
How do you feel about what I just said? She'd be like, will you stop it? I'd be like, I have made you very unhappy. From 1 to 10, what would you say your mood is?
How could I improve?
She said 7. I said, that's depressing. That is only 2 away from not very good.
I said before,
can I improve it?
Like I said before the fucking podcast, it's those goddamn voices that ruin funny videos. My girlfriend was mad AF.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why do you need to do that?
Will the owner of a yellow 81 Honda
I think that's Dak Shepard.
Will an owner of a yellow 82 Honda? It's an 81 Honda. How dare you?
Oh, but here's something I think you guys will appreciate about Toy Story 2. So 2 of the notable additions besides you had who was it? Joan Cusack, and then who was Prospector? Kelsey Grammer.
Yeah, yep.
So besides Shaggy.
Beside them, the 2 big additions were Wayne Knight as Al and Estelle Harris as Mrs. Potato Head, which are Newman and George's mom. I think we have some Seinfeld fans characters on Toy Story 2.
Oh, wow. I didn't think of that.
So there's people that have shitty, opinions on
I think
on the
not all casting directors get it right.
I think we have some Star Wars and some Seinfeld fans on Toy Story 2.
Well, at least half of them are right.
Right, all of them, exactly.
That's exactly what you said.
Totally.
Yeah, but no, Wayne Knight, man, like in the 90s, he was really just the go-to guy for like these unlikable characters.
Well, do you know who took over Slinky Dog's voice when...
No.
It was...
Was it Wayne Knight?
It absolutely was not Wayne Knight. It was Blake Clark, the guy who plays all the stuff in Adam Sandler movies, like the farmer who can't talk right. You got remember time, Barbie and she.
Yeah,
that's who takes over. He took over Slinky's voice when.
Y'all remember that time Bobby Boucher ran on there?
you know what? He's in Boy Meets World. I cannot wait till Doug is ever actually healthy enough to do an episode with me.
No. Home is where you make it.
You like to see homos naked? I don't judge.
That's cool, man. No. Oh, I can totally see that be Slink now that I'm doing it. Like,
in Boy Meets World, he plays Sean Hunter's dad.
Oh, yeah.
They're like these
totally relevant.
They're like these deadbeat trailer park people.
Listen, I know people like Boy Meets World. I'm not trying to shit on the show.
Lots of people our age love that show.
I know. I'm not shitting on the show. Fuck
you and your shit opinion. Oh, sorry.
Are we still talking about Boy Meets World?
Well, we found what gets Mike angry. Hey, to be fair, I think we've talked about Vin Diesel longer than we talked about Boy Meets World.
He's more interesting.
Oh. I think it's actually a good show. It just passed me by.
I have nothing against Boy Meets World. I just never watched it.
I was busy watching Zach Morris's trash.
Oh God, me too.
Did you ever see that?
That was on at 6 a.m. every day. So
yeah. Did you guys ever watch that series, Zach Morris's trash?
No, that was real.
Yeah, they do. They break down episoes.
It's fun.
Channel, I think it's Funny or Die. Okay. I think it's Funny or Die. They break down episode by episode, like why he's a piece of shit. He extorted his best friend for profit. He took their money.
He is a piece of shit.
And that's their theme. They go, Zach Morris is trash.
And his girlfriend does drugs. Kelly in the show took uppers to study for a test one time.
No, that was Jesse. Yeah. Well, that was both of them. I'm so excited. That was Jesse.
I like Kelly and
Jesse's
White Collar.
Girl.
God damn. Wait, what'd you say, Mike? You like Kelly and what?
I like Kelly and White Collar.
Yeah, she's very good in that.
It's the same actress?
Yeah, she's the wife of
Peter.
Yeah, it's a very good show.
I like Kelly in The Office.
Me too.
Nobody likes Kelly in The Office.
Yeah, nobody likes Kelly.
Ryan does some days.
Yeah. It's like...
I don't know. I can't explain it.
It's like, I don't want to commit to her, but I don't want her to be with anyone else. Is that love?
Listen, I want to be with her forever. Again, tomorrow that could change.
Again, that could change.
Ryan's one of my favorite characters.
Okay, that explains everything about your personality.
Yeah, really.
That Ryan is one of your favorite characters.
What's that supposed to mean?
You figure that out on your own.
When Pam and Jim are reading his poetry and they start crying, Ryan can never know about this. God damn it. Yeah, Toy Story is a great series. So we're introduced.
Really is.
So in this movie, we're introduced to Al and the Prospector as like our villains. So who did you guys say is your favorite villain throughout the movies?
Favorite villain?
Like who? Like which movie overall do you think has the best package of?
I think Toy Story 3 has the most terrifying villain.
Yeah, Lotso.
Lotso is probably the most terrifying villain.
Pretty intimidating.
Because Lotso's like a fucking, he like runs a fucking mob.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, and literally, yeah.
One of the fan theories is that they say that Toy Story 3 was like a whole thing about the Illuminati.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Birds aren't real.
Ned Beatty is pretty intimidating to begin with. He's got a very intimidating voice. And I would like to throw in a fun fact here.
Yeah.
Did you know that this is one of 2 Disney characters that Whoopi Goldberg voiced? She is the purple octopus in his gang, and in both movies where she voices a character, she has no eyebrows as both of those characters.
Yeah, because she was also Stitch.
Yeah. Ohana means family.
Yeah, that was Whoopi Goldberg.
That was Whoopi Goldberg.
Totally.
No, but she's also the hyena in Lion King. She has no eyebrows.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in real life,
she
has that. She has that thing where she doesn't have eyebrows. It's like 1 in 5,000 people or something like that.
It's called a razor.
How
No.
how dare you forget that she was in The Lion King?
Well, Jada Pinkett could be the next G.I. Jane.
Jesus. Well, one of us is going to get slapped for that shit.
What up, Will Smith? Where you at?
He totally listens to this podcast.
Yeah, that's right.
Not a fucking chance.
There's gonna be a
Never gonna hear
message.
about that.
There's gonna be a message on our page that's gonna say, "Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth."
Dude, I swear to God, 15 years from now, we're doing like live shows, and I even see, hey, Will Smith's coming tonight. First thing I'm thinking to think is, fuck, I kept that in that episode.
We'll get a message that says, keep my wife's name out of your mouth. It'll say, not the real Will Smith, and it'll have a blue check mark beside it. Like, guys, I think that's the real Will Smith. Did Will Smith make a burner account to say, keep my wife's name out of your mouth? God
at
damn it.
At least that episode will get a lot of likes from Chris Rock.
Yeah, exactly. Is that culture sucks? That show is hilarious.
God, I wish.
I'd be on board with that. Come on, Chris Rock, be a guest. We need a
Chris
fourth,
Rock.
apparently.
I'm one of the few people who actually liked Spiral. I liked it a lot.
What the fuck
Of
is
course
that?
you did. That's one of the Saw, like the
It's
Saw
the last
movies.
Saw movie that was just made. It was very critically hated.
Hello,
Spiral
welcome
is
to
for good reasons. I can see the flaws in it for sure, but I still enjoyed it.
I have stopped watching Saw a while ago, so I can't say the new movies are bad. I just don't watch them.
I've never watched any of them.
70% of the people that started with Saw 1 do not watch them anymore.
Welcome to Cora's made up statistics.
I haven't done one of those in a while.
Yeah, right.
It's actually 71.52%.
Thank
Nice.
you.
Thank you. God. Thank you.
Always exaggerate. Well, I guess in this case,
He
downplaying.
underexaggerated.
I was trying to give myself a little more credit, but
It's probably more like 82.75.
no.
Yeah.
This is my field, Mike. Stay the fuck out of it.
Oh, sorry. I don't know math.
I'm the statistical analysis. You are. Wait, what is your job here?
To be the butt end of every joke.
What is my job here? Oh, I'm supposed to be hosting this thing. Toy Story.
Yeah, there you go. That is your job.
I was trying to make him pick up on that.
Yeah, but Toy Story 2, I think, I don't know if this is a popular opinion, unpopular opinion. I think Toy Story 2 is probably better than the first one. It holds up better for me.
I liked it. I don't know. It's weird.
I
liked it a lot
Story.
better. Like when I was a kid, I loved Toy Story 2 more than 1. But
Yeah,
I think older, I like the first one better.
I believe it's statistically unpopular opinion that the second one's better than the first one.
Yeah.
Tell me,
I also agree. So
what are the statistics on that?
Yeah, Corey, what are the statistics?
Toy Story 1 is an 8.3 out of 10, and Toy Story 2 is a 7.9 out of 10. So with 500,000 reviews for the second one and 900,000 reviews for the first one.
Those are not made up.
Those are not made up. That is a real
Corey's
statistic.
actual facts.
Was that Rotten Tomatoes or was that IMDb?
That's
they're probably
IMDb,
both like
but
100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Metacritic is a 95 for the first one, and Metacritic is an 88 for the second one. So even Metacritic is
still good.
Still great. No, they're both amazingly high rated movies. But
well, Toy Story is 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
But
the first one,
yeah, that's hard to beat.
It's impossible to beat.
Well, guess what?
It's hard
Toy Story 2 is also 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Is it really?
Yes.
Well, that's going to be actually hard to beat.
If you go back and look, guys, a lot of the stuff that people love is 100% because
Toy Story 3 is 98.
Because Rotten Tomatoes wasn't around back when those movies were around, so everybody that goes on and reviews those love those movies because we were kids when they saw them.
Guys, 97.
Just taking a perspective, Toy Story for Rotten Tomatoes is 100, 100, 98, 97.
And Lightyear is a 75.
That's unfair. It was review bombed.
Well, it was on IMDb. I mean, I'm sure. But
these are review bombed on everything.
Yeah, but these are that was fan scores. These are critic reviews.
Actually, the audience score for Lightyear is an 84% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, these are 304 critical reviews.
But my point still stands that nostalgia carries those scores very highly.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and they're much better than Lightyear.
Yes, they're better than Lightyear, but Lightyear's not a bad movie.
No, Lightyear's not a bad movie. But Toy Story movies are god tier.
They are. They're gold standard for how you make a kid's animated movie.
I would probably say the best franchise, more than one movie, like any animated movie ever.
It's certainly the best 4 fucking movie franchise there is.
And that's that might be including live action movies too.
I am including live action.
There's not 4 Star Wars in a row that I think are better than Toy Story movies.
Yeah, no.
So definitely not the sequel trilogy.
Jesus.
Look, if Darth Vader had been a part of that entire saga, it might be better than the Toy Story
His spirit was there.
He is the true hero of the Star Wars saga.
Well, yeah, I mean, it is Anakin's redemption, right?
Yeah, totally.
Right.
But that's dangerous territory. Let's talk about Toy Story. We're gonna talk for a half hour about Star Wars.
We were talking about Toy Story.
Oh yeah, Star Wars references, Toy Story 2.
Yeah, I said if Darth Vader had been involved in the entire saga, it might be better than Toy Story.
This conversation is putting me at a 4 out of 10.
Thanks, Baymax.
You are very welcome.
But that's just my final thoughts about Toy Story 2. I love the role reversal. Like in the first movie, Buzz was having this identity crisis, figuring out that he was just a toy. In this movie, it's more Woody has the identity crisis, but it's more about he doesn't know who he actually is and his importance, and if he should go back to Andy or if he should go with them to the museum so they don't have to be put into storage. I love that Buzz tells him at one point, although this kind of contradicts Woody's decision in Toy Story 4, but Buzz says, somewhere in that stuffing is a toy that taught me life is only worth living if you're being loved by a kid. So, first, is Buzz a sex predator?
First things first.
Yeah, we have to get that out of the way.
Tim.
No, because
I don't think so, Tim.
No, because he is labeled a kid's toy, so he is forever also a kid.
That's true. You are a child's plaything.
Yeah.
If Chris Evans said that line in his movie, it would be problematic.
Well, that's a Woody line, not a Buzz line.
Wait, what?
You are a child's plaything.
Well, Buzz says it in the second one.
Yeah.
But it's like a
that's
callback
because he learned
Woody,
the lesson, yeah.
That's what Woody told him.
Yeah, well, he was just quoting
You
Woody.
are a toy.
So it doesn't count.
Yeah, Buzz says both those things in Toy Story 2, but his is more played for drama, where Woody's was comedy.
They also do the whole thing in Lightyear that Buzz does when he first steps onto Andy's bed.
The squishy ground,
around.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. The terrain here is unstable.
Yep.
I think.
Did you not like that? I like that a lot. That they did a lot of that.
Well, Adrian said he liked some of the things.
No, I liked. Wait. What? Toy Story 2? Oh, you mean Lightyear?
No. When they did that in Lightyear, where they pulled a lot of the lines from the first.
Yeah,
Toy
no,
Story
I was okay with that. I don't hate.
It kind of made it made sense.
I also think.
Yeah.
I also think Chris Evans did a hell of a Lightyear impression.
Honestly, he sounded almost just like him.
No, he wasn't supposed to sound just like him. It was supposed to sound like if they were to make a toy based off your character, make him a little different.
Yeah.
And
I don't know. I just literally heard Chris Evans. I didn't think it was like a big transformation.
I really didn't hear.
I thought he sounded like Captain America.
I really didn't hear that.
Yeah, I really didn't.
I actually thought it sounded like Buzz Lightyear.
You definitely went into that one too heavy critical. You're like, fuck Chris Evans. Nope, fuck it.
I don't know. It sounds like Chris Evans. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, at times, yeah, obviously.
Even if I didn't know the casting, I would have been like, "Oh, that's Chris Evans."
Not everybody has to change their voice.
This was Adrian. He's like, fucking Chris Evans, part of the Marvel universe.
Yeah, exactly.
I hate that universe now. So fuck.
I said, an actor.
Chris Evans is in it.
Hey, Captain America has the best trilogy of anybody in Marvel. I like all of his movies.
That is true.
I just heard Chris Evans. I don't know what the fuck you want me to say. When Tim Allen did it, I fucking heard Tim Allen.
Well, then why is it such a problem that you heard Chris Evans?
Wrong. It's the nostalgia thing. Just Tim Allen is Buzz. It's nothing against Chris Evans. It's just
Tim Allen wouldn't do it. He was a little bitch about it.
Well, I know, but it's just.
And then he was all pissy that they were going to do it anyway without him.
So you don't even make the movie. There's no need for it.
I really like it.
Except I just wanted to make more movie from Toy Story.
Yeah, and
so are you saying you side with little bitch Tim Allen?
I mean, yeah. If he said it didn't need to be made, then yeah, I stand with Tim Allen. I stand with Tim Allen. Those are words I never thought would come out of my mouth.
You heard it here first, folks. Adrian is a Tim Allen sympathizer.
Adrian just pulled a mic and sympathized with the enemy.
That's right.
At least I sympathize with fictional characters.
Yeah, but he actually sympathizes with them guys.
Tim Allen, Kevin Spacey, Danny Masterson, Dane Cook.
These are all misunderstood humans.
If I had to give a list of my top 5 favorite actors, they're all on there somewhere.
That was your 4 of your 5?
Oh, yeah.
Ready? Next week on Culture Shock, this is Culture Shock, brought to you by 3 aging millennials and our canceled partner, Adrian.
Well, more accurately, this is Culture Shock, brought to you by 2, because Doug's never here.
Listen, he's just
Listen, Doug's a good guy.
Wow, Mike straight up made him a villain.
Yeah, you did.
When Mike starts defending you, you're a villain. Trust me.
He is the villain of the story.
So I'm guessing, based on everything I know about Adrian over knowing him for his entire life, you probably hated the Socks character, didn't you, in Lightyear?
No, I like Socks.
Oh, Jesus. I would have thought for sure you hated like the sidekick character that was helping.
No, Socks was one of. Actually, I hated most of the other characters.
When I saw the trailer and I saw Socks, I was like, I'm gonna fucking hate this character. This is a very unnecessary. Oh, look at this cute character bullshit.
Yeah,
but he ended up being one of my favorite characters for sure.
Yeah, I love when they're going into space and. When they're going into space, he's like, "Thanks for coming with me, Socks." He's like, "That was terrifying. Let's never do that again." Or no, that was terrifying. I regret my decision.
That was terrifying. I immediately regret my decision to join you.
Yeah.
I like when he's chasing the. I love when. Well, first of all, when he's chasing the laser pointer like a regular cat. That's funny, obviously.
That is funny.
But then, anytime he's trying to get a signal, meow 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 meow. I don't know why I love that. His ears light up. Meow 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 meow. I found a signal.
I love when he hits him with the dart.
Yeah, the twist at the end. The twist at the end where the old Socks helps him out. I bought you 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, I was talking about when he hits the one guy with the dart, and he's like, "Was that meant for me?"
In case I get out of line.
Exactly. And then later on, you find out that, spoiler alert, if you've never seen this movie, the guy who is in Zurg's body is actually Buzz from the future. But yeah, that part was unnecessary. You're right. They didn't need to do that.
I think they did it right.
Why don't you make it?
I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny that instead of him being his father, like in the second movie, it was that it was just him as an older man. That part was funny, but they didn't need to do that. It was him. Period.
Yeah, to me, it was in a series full of good villains. It was a swing and a miss for me.
Yeah, there wasn't a real villain, honestly.
You're a swing and a miss.
Nice.
Because all it did was show you that Buzz Lightyear could easily be corrupted.
Yeah.
It made him less of a hero.
Well, no.
Oh,
yes.
You got to look at it from the perspective.
He's not such a bad guy.
He got really old. No. This is actually this is legitimate.
Yeah.
Like, because when you first meet him and they're actually having their moment talking to each other, he explains the whole reason he's trying to do this is because he's trying to go.
Yes,
wants to go back.
I get it.
And spend time with his friend that he should have grown old with.
But then she wouldn't have her family and.
Yeah, no, that's
what
Buzz's
our
point.
Buzz said. Yeah. Not my Buzz.
But but the Zurg bus, he doesn't know those kids. He doesn't know any of those. So why would he care? Like he doesn't know them. He didn't get a chance.
He doesn't know the other timeline.
Exactly. So really, in this movie, older Buzz really isn't a bad guy.
Older Buzz is just like so focused on the mission, like how the Buzz toy was when he first came to Toy Story.
So
I get what they were
like. This isn't even me being like stupid.
I get what they were
really
going
wasn't
for.
Like the villain.
I just didn't like it.
Well,
I didn't like Zurg. I didn't like
Mike. So what you're trying to say is, in the eyes of the Sith, the Jedi are evil?
Yes.
Well, Mike, then you are lost.
Also, I have the high ground.
Oh, you mean the upper ground?
Upper ground.
The upper ground, yeah.
Welcome to the Upper Ground Podcast.
No,
that'll be a side project that never happens.
In the movie's defense, I'm comparing it to fucking Toy Story movies that are near perfect in my eyes. Lightyear's not. I'm not saying it's like some terrible film.
No.
I'm just saying it doesn't nearly live up to that level. Like it was fine. I didn't like Zurg. I didn't like the reveal of it being himself. I didn't like the side characters other than Izzy, Alicia, and then Socks. I fucking hated Mo so much. Hated him.
You don't like Taika Waititi, do you?
I don't think I do. The jokes for him, jokes for him are just like, oh, people are gonna laugh because it's Taika Waititi, but it's like they're not funny. They're fucking terrible, and he's so incompetent. It's like fucking Jar Jar Binks level of stupid. Like he got them into all the trouble. I fucking hated him so much.
I like that robot that didn't know what the fuck it was doing or talking about.
Yeah. Did you stay for the post credits thing?
Yeah.
Adrian obviously didn't because he looks very confused.
But
that robot that's trying to give them the directions to where they're headed.
Oh,
yeah. Like at the beginning of the movie. After the credits, he's still talking.
Oh, is
and then he turns around and he finally finishes it and he turns around and goes, all right, you got it, guys? And he looks around and he goes, where is everybody?
That's funny.
And then, of course, the other one was Zurg is still alive.
Yeah.
Setting it up for possibly a Lightyear too.
Oh, good. Fuck.
I do think that partially Lightyear in the movie, the one we're supposed to love, is kind of a villain because he's willing to risk all this time with his loved ones, just to get them off the. I get it. He's blaming himself, but he's also taking all that time with Hawthorne away that he could have just lived with her on that planet and tried to find a way off other ways. Mm-hmm. Like she probably. You think about Hawthorne's life. You think she enjoyed not having her friend there most of the time? Only seeing him once every 4 years? Probably not. She probably fucking hated that.
But lesbians kissed.
I know. I fucking
this
hate
movie's 0 out of 10.
I hate that so many people were mad about that. That's fucking ridiculous.
That is ridiculous.
Adrian, I think.
Oh, good.
I think I know what your problem with this movie is.
Oh, please.
So you weren't looking at it like it was its own movie. You were just looking at it like it was part of a universe, and you should have really just been looking at it like it was its own movie because it's not really Toy Story.
No, I think if they wouldn't have made it Buzz Lightyear, if they would have made just like an original sci-fi Pixar movie with a new character, maybe I would have liked it more. But I still stand by the fucking Zurg thing, the Mo thing. I don't know. It felt too heavy-handed. Like I know it's not a Toy Story movie, so they're going with a different tone. I don't know. I didn't like it.
It's so much not a Toy Story movie that it actually had to come before them for that Buzz toy to even be made.
Right.
So Toy Stories are Lightyear movies.
Wait, Toy Stories are... You mean like post Lightyear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Toy Stories are the fucking posers.
No, fuck off. Well, I will say, Lightyear is the best looking movie in 1995 I've ever seen.
That's why I think that the intention behind Lightyear was supposed to be that it was a live action movie that Andy saw. Yeah. I don't think Lightyear was supposed to be an animated movie to Andy.
Right.
I think that was supposed to be live action to him.
I could see that.
That was what I got from it anyway.
Right. Yeah. Fucking, But here's the thing, Toy Story 3.
What about Toy Story 3?
Now we're going back and talking about a great movie.
Where everybody almost died.
Yeah, absolutely. And another movie right at the beginning, they do like a fantasy sequence with like the train robbery. And they're trying to kill off a main character again in the first 5 minutes. Like Woody goes flying off that fucking broken railroad, but Buzz comes up. I was watching Everything Great About Toy Story 3, and when Buzz like picked the train up, the guy's like, "Oh, is that Captain Marvel?" Oh no, it's Buzz Lightyear. Because he comes up like, "Glad I could catch the train." So I see you, Buzz. Dad joke.
Oh, that was one thing. Like certain movies get away with the dad jokes like that.
Oh yeah.
Like the campy lines, and that's Toy Story absolutely, because I mean it's fucking toys here. Of course they can say the campy lines.
There's certain movies, mostly animated, that can get away with dad jokes because they're funny in animated movies.
Yeah.
You're funny and animated.
Nailed me.
Got him again.
God damn it.
You really are the king.
I need some goddamn aloe vera over here.
You really are the king of that joke.
Even though I did it first in this episode.
It's true. He stole my thunder.
I did.
Do you know what comes before lightning?
Thunder.
Kachuga. Kachow.
Sorry.
God damn it.
A little bit of thunder, a little bit of lightning. Underrated movie.
You talking about the fucking the can't think of the name of it. The one with The Rock and
there,
Sean William Scott.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Rundown.
The Rundown. Yeah. Gonna say The Change Up.
That's a good movie.
Yeah. But
that is a good movie.
I was gonna say, if he doesn't say a Ryan Reynolds movie is good, I'm gonna slap him.
Though there are Ryan Reynolds movies I don't like.
Yeah, I know. There are some pretty bad ones.
But Toy Story 3.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds is totally in those.
You're right. Yeah, I thought it was a weird decision to make Ryan Reynolds the teenage Andy.
They could retcon Deadpool in the background of all those movies now.
Hey, Mom, can you put these toys in the attic? The casting decision we didn't know we needed. Ryan Reynolds could have pulled off Ken, but I mean it was Michael Keaton, so
no, I'm good with Michael Keaton.
I'm great with
No, I just want Ryan Reynolds to redo the voice for Woody throughout the entire series. That's what happens.
Oh God.
Yeah, you're a toy.
You are a toy. T-O. And then Vin Diesel's Buzz Lightyear.
I'm Buzz.
I can fly.
No, it's I am Buzz.
I am Buzz. Whoa, hey. I am Buzz. Yeah, but Toy Story 3, I thought it was a great shot with, first of all, the first time I saw this movie, I was like, oh, fuck, this is going to be sad, isn't it? Because they're doing they do the montage at the beginning of Andy growing up. And like, it says, it's doing, of course, you have a friend in me, fucking slaps every time. Doesn't matter how many times they put it in these movies, it slaps. But they're doing the...
Damn it, Randy Newman.
Right. Some fools may have a bigger dick than I do. Or whatever he says.
or whatever that line is.
Bigger and stronger too.
What the fuck?
I think
but
that's how the song
nobody
goes.
will handle it the way you do.
You and me, boy.
You got a friend in you.
No.
Where we got to record this.
Right. You're gonna see you got the sideways pee. Or whatever Randy Newman said. No, but what were we saying? Oh yeah, serious. So they're doing the "You Have a Friend in Me."
No, that's Harry Potter.
Yeah, serious.
Or the radio. Dad joke.
Oh yeah.
But goddamn it, my point. My point is.
Oh yeah.
Now you know.
Toy Story 3.
Adrian, now you know how we feel.
My point, huh? See the point. Oh, okay. So I knew the movie was going to be sad because they're doing the "You Have a Friend in Me," and right when he says that line, the screen just like cuts to black, and then
it's dead.
And then the next time you see
died.
Andy, he opens up the chest like they're trying to call his cell phone, so he'll open the chest and maybe play with them. But yeah. I just love the cut that you see Andy all of a sudden as a grown up, and you're like, oh fuck, we missed all these years. So you just right out of the gate, they let you know like something's happening. He's not a fucking 10-year-old anymore.
And like,
he's not
how
gonna
long
play with his Woody doll.
How long have these fucking toys been sitting in this chest?
Oh, I know. Like, because when he's rummaging through them to get his phone, Rex is like, he actually held me.
Yeah.
And he's playing with his Woody, but you know what I mean? You know?
He lost interest in his Woody when he.
All those toys are seeing it.
Oh, that's
that
true.
little shark's fucking popping out like you guys don't want to see this.
Howdy.
Howdy. Whoa.
Bo Peep's like, I found my moving buddy. Oh wait, no, Bo Peep's not in the third one.
Oh my god!
God damn it!
Oh shit!
How fucked is it? That's why I turned all my toys' heads away when I masturbated as a child.
Don't worry.
I set them up right beside me.
Move, soldiers, move!
You saw how Woody's head can spin all the way around.
That's right.
It didn't matter.
Oh, he even says us toys see everything.
Exactly.
So it's like, oh, so you saw that thing last night? Yep.
Any other thing? Yeah.
You saw when I shoved the rocket up my ass? Buzz is like, yes, I was attached to it.
Woody, why didn't we do this plan last night?
Hey, not a bad Buzz.
It's funnier this way.
What is like, ha 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 ha. Mr. Potato Head opens the window. I think that guy's fucking Buzz. Buzz. Buzz Lightyear.
I can imagine the rocket in and out. Buzz Lightyear.
Toy Story 3 is good.
It's way more sexual than I thought it was.
Yeah, I thought they went a little above and beyond.
When you look at the undertones, it's pretty dark.
How fucked up is it that Pixar decided to do that though with Andy, like make him older?
Yeah,
and all of us who watched it for the nostalgia, and we're like, "Oh my god, that's us!"
Yeah, exactly. That was a clever, actually. To
even voiced by the same actor.
Yeah,
the kid like literally grew up. You could hear like him being a teenager.
It was extremely clever to show him grow up like we did with, missing all those years.
Yeah,
way to make us feel old.
Right.
We hate you, Pixar.
Thanks, Pixar. I hate it.
We really don't. You guys do an amazing job.
Now, Pixar is like one of my favorite studios out there.
Oh,
they make me cry almost every goddamn movie. You dickheads, I love you.
Dickheads, I love you. And Andy's
I have some kind of weird Stockholm syndrome for Pixar.
And Andy's mom's like, she's like, honey, you're almost going to college. We can have the talk. I also have a Woody and Buzz. Buzz.
That's probably not a talk you should have with your child.
Oh, wait, it's still her son, isn't it?
Yeah, it sure is.
Okay, well then Bonnie's mom has a talk with Andy.
There you go.
God damn it.
Whoa.
He's like, whoa, hey.
I'm
just trying to deliver some toys.
Like, ooh, Andy, I always knew you'd grow up to be cute.
Oh, God.
Come see my Buzz and Woody.
Hey.
I don't think so, Tim.
I don't think so, Bonnie's mom.
I think we're talking about a Toy Story porn.
I did see that one.
Buzz.
It's never going to leave my head now. And it's even called The Big One, too.
It's called The Big One. The Big One.
Do you remember that toy I had when we were kids? I had a Buzz Lightyear strapped to the big one.
Oh, I had one too.
Yeah, it was fucking great.
With RC?
Yeah, it came with RC.
Yeah,
you used to always have it by your bed every day when you woke up. I thought that was weird. I was in the next room like, Buzz,
so Toy Story 4 was Corey.
Right? It had some weird like.
I was just watching Toy Story 1 on my phone.
Man, he really loves on my smartphone.
On my smartphone in 2003.
I'm like, man, he really loves that scene.
How did he get it to? How did he get it to loop like that?
It's not that funny.
Buzz. Corey. Buzz. Lightyear.
Hitting the wall. Buzz.
I also thought it was kind of weird that there was a lot of chocolate stains on it.
God damn.
You pray to God that's chocolate rain.
Buzz was smiling, but you could see his eyes. He was like,
that toy actually was like.
Is that toy sentient?
Scared eyes. Yes. I had that toy. It was smiling with like really weird scared eyes.
But yeah,
maybe,
Toy Story 3 was great.
Because I fucked it. I don't know.
Okay, so you just came right out and said it.
Oh wait, what?
I thought we were dancing around it, but
you know what? There's no more hiding it. I fucked my toys.
I fucked my toys.
They had a way different experience than Andy's toys did.
Bodacious.
Back
your
in
Ninja
2003.
Turtles. Radical.
You mean the Ninja Turtles I never got?
Oh, that's right. No, that is sad. It's all you ever wanted. Corey, remember when we got the Power Rangers battle station with what was the guy's name? The floating head?
Zord or Zerg or
Zoran or something.
Zoran?
He's like,
Zoran.
Corey, stop fucking that toy immediately.
Alpha 5's like, oh my.
Take that out of your ass. Take that out of your ass.
I don't fit in here quite as well as Buzz.
Take me out of your asshole.
Back in 2003, Corey thought it was an injustice that women got all the sex toys, so he decided to use his real toys.
Yeah, that's right.
It was an extreme injustice, and I rectified that.
There's the key word there, rectum.
Yeah, nicely done. I
rectified that.
Rectified. Wow, so this is Toy Story, right? I mean, we're kind of talking about
adult Toy Story is just what we're talking about right now.
I feel like we haven't really talked.
Can you imagine the fucked up Toy Story movie that would be made about an adult? It's just a box full of vibrating toys hanging out and having a great time.
Oh yeah,
I kind of want to see that. The same people that made Sausage Party need to make this happen.
It's just an hour and a half long sex toys fucking each other. Yeah,
right.
These are hard hitting subjects that I really need to know. Like,
Disney.
What do the sex toys?
Let's reach out.
The sex toys thing.
Let's reach out to Disney.
Disney, we need this to happen. You guys are going to be doing R-rated films.
Yeah.
Let's make this happen. Let's go.
And while we're on it, a few questions about the trilogy.
And they're gone.
I lose them every time. Every time they're like, well, maybe. No.
There's that one guy at Disney. He really likes our show, but every time Adrian's like, about the sequels, he's like, nope, never mind. Can't do
like
it.
3 of those 4 guys. We would definitely reach out to them. It's that one weighing them down.
Are we talking about Toy Story?
Something like we're talking about toys.
The first 2 recordings we did.
Whoever the host is of this episode is dropping the ball.
No, but Toy Story 3, great fucking movie.
You said this 15 times.
I'm trying to get us back, and then we derail.
It's Spider-Man episode all over again.
It is.
Except funny.
I would say the most nice. I would say probably the most emotional of the movies. Would you agree? Toy Story 4 is pretty emotional as well, though.
I would say 3 is definitely the darkest, the most emotional, the most creepy.
Oh, for sure.
Like, had a lot of fucked up moments.
It's probably my favorite of the 4.
It's very well done. I would argue that 4 definitely rivals it for
sad moments,
most emotional.
Yeah,
but it's not nearly as creepy. There's some people that are freaked out by ventriloquist dolls or
those are freaky.
It's weird.
Those things are creepy. But other than those particular things, there's really nothing else that's. I mean, even the doll that's like in charge of them,
Gabby.
She should be creepy, but she's really not.
No, yeah, she's kind of. Well, Mike, to take a word from you, she's kind of misunderstood. she's really not a villain. She's just
extremely misunderstood.
Yeah, she's not a villain. She's just like desperate to be loved.
Like Papa Roach, she just wants to be loved.
Mike, exactly. Stop derailing it. You're the host.
What do you got against music jokes?
I have something against things that aren't Toy Story.
Oh, and I love how at the well, then this is not the episode for you.
No, we talked about toys the whole time.
That's true. They were toy centric. I love how at the beginning of the movie, after you see grown up Andy, like Woody tells Slink to gather everybody up, and like Slink looks around, he's like, "Well, everybody's here." It's kind of sad. It shows you like how many people they've lost over the years. And that's where you learn that they got rid of Bo Peep.
Yeah, because in that first movie, he says, gather everybody up, and it's like a big group of toys.
Yeah, they did that beautifully. Like, that's meant to show you how many toys they've lost over the years.
Yeah.
Is it ironic that Woody's the one always telling people to round up? And his show is called Woody's Roundup.
Oh my God! We'll shove a rocket up my ass.
It's embedded it's embedded in his voice box.
Lotso.
Yeah, Lotso.
There's a moment where it seems like he's going to save the toys.
You're right. Like when
he almost
when they push him up,
rescues them.
When they push him up to like the emergency button.
Yeah.
And then he says, "Where's your kid now, Sheriff?"
And he's like, well, fuck you guys. You fucking suck.
That's exactly what he says. Fuck you guys. I'm going home.
But his horrible fucking fate at the end of that movie being strapped to Sid's truck the rest of his life.
Sid's truck. Well, he gets to see the world. Or the same couple streets.
I was going to say maybe not the world.
I think it's weird. So it's a fan theory that's Sid, but like, how the fuck is it not? He's wearing the same shirt.
He's a fucking spaz.
He's an asshole. He kicks the trash can.
Yeah. The whole blown fan theory is people think he became a garbage man to save toys from being thrown away.
Oh, because he was traumatized from...
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure that kid needed a lot of therapy.
I mean, he did strap that bear to the front of his truck to like show him the world, so maybe...
Yeah. So play nice.
So play nice. And take that rocket out of my ass.
But actually, to be 100% honest with you, if you went through that trauma as a kid with toys, you would not get a job saving toys. You would be locked up talking about talking toys the rest of your life.
So this one time when I was a kid, this toy talked to me. Right, bro.
We all had imaginary friends. No, seriously, he actually talked to me. I'm starting to worry about Sid, guys.
Guys, why does nobody sit with new guy comes to work? Why does nobody sit with Sid?
He just yelled at my G.I. Joe, stop fucking staring at me.
Goddamn. Be like, toys are real. Guy beside him be like, yeah, I have conversation with birds all the time. Be like, oh no, this is the perfect place for you.
Sid's like, finally somebody who understands me.
He gets it.
He works at the fucking he works in the toy department at fucking Walmart. Just yelling at toys the entire
overnights. Just peeking around corners going, are you fucking moving?
A woman's like, excuse me, can you tell me where I can find... No, fuck off. Yeah, I'm sorry, what'd you need, ma'am? She's like, I'll find it.
He's just walking down the aisle, nothing, and he's like, what?
You don't understand. I have to make sure these toys stay where they are.
That wasn't my rocket.
Oh, shit.
No, Toy Story 3, great. Emotional, funny, Woody, Buzz. You know, you got all the elements for a great movie.
Yeah, totally.
And it was nice when Woody escaped the daycare and he ran into Bonnie's toys. It was nice after.
Oh yeah.
It was nice after the second movie that these toys were like willing to help him get away instead of trying to keep him. Nice little role reversal there. Mr. Prickly Pants is maybe the best name for a toy I've ever heard.
Is that the one that's like all a theater?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that one's like a hedgehog.
Yeah. I like
out of the way, Mr. Prickly Pants. He said, "Shh, I'm staying in character."
That creepy doll, like that creepy like baby doll. That
oh
like,
god,
was, like,
yeah,
the security guard.
Yeah, I know that fucking baby doll.
I'm like, no, please stop.
I hated that fucking doll.
I feel like kids watch that and probably got nightmares.
Oh, I'm sure.
Kids.
And then
Cora's like, let me tell you about some nightmares.
It makes you wonder, like, fucking why people like baby dolls.
I was in the shit, kids. I saw Toy Story 3.
Yeah, that's right.
Grandpa, are you okay?
Vietnam, huh? I saw Toy Story 3. So we've gone through the same struggles.
Right. So, Toy Story 4.
Toy Story 4. Do you guys think Toy Story 3 was the best ending? I mean, it the most, fitting? Or...
100%. I actually said, when I heard they were doing Toy Story 4, I was like, why? It ended so perfectly.
Perfect trilogy.
why are they doing a 4? They're just trying to make money at this point.
I was against 4. I ended up really liking 4.
Right. I was the same way. I was really against it. The trailer didn't really have me I wasn't excited. The only reason I watched it is because my kids, my kids were like, this is a great movie. Yeah. And I'm like, really? It's like, fine, we'll watch it. And then, of course, I ended up loving Forky.
I like how angry Mike said, really? Is it, you little fucker? Yeah, Forky was great. Trash?
Forky's probably one of my favorite characters of all of Toy Story.
Oh, yeah.
To be completely honest.
They're introducing themselves to Gabby. I'm trash. And then the little post-credit thing when oh, fuck, I forgot her name. Bonnie. When Bonnie makes the other toy thing, like the other knife,
the knife
in first grade, the girl, she's like, how am I alive? He's like, I don't know.
So he never really learned his lesson.
Yeah.
No.
Just the way Forky moves in that movie too. I love it. It's like they got down his weight that he's like so tiny. Like,
yeah.
He walks like a South Park character.
Yeah.
There's fucking scenes with him and Woody walking down the road.
Yeah. Carry me? And then eventually Woody's carrying him, talking about Andy. Yeah, Forky's a badass. I didn't know if I would like him at first, like when he just kept trying to like escape and jump into the trash. I'm like, okay, I get it. But then no, I love Forky.
I was on board the first time Woody turned around, he saw him jumping into a trash can. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna like this character.
Yeah.
So I'm trash.
These people are all friends, and friends are like trash. Well, yeah, kind of. He even says, well, yeah, some of them. I was like, damn, Woody.
Well, Woody used to be a prick.
That's fucking harsh. Well, yeah, some of them are.
Like that fucking Buzz.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, why do you like trash? It's warm and cozy. He's like, well, yeah, you're Bonnie's trash. He's like, I get it now.
He gets it because he's also Bonnie's trash.
Right.
Overall, they completely shocked me. I shouldn't be surprised that they did because, let's be fair, Pixar is usually really fucking good with their movies.
Plus, once you have 3 really endearing, beautiful animated movies, when the 4th one comes out, you should probably at least be like, well, they probably will get me again.
Maybe it'll be all right. But nope, that wasn't my thoughts when I first heard them. They were doing it. I was like, why? That was my thought. My thought was why?
Yeah, like you literally had the perfect ending.
I think it was a great addition, a great installment.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think it was necessary, but it's a great like epilogue. It's a great DLC.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I like that. Yeah.
A continued story.
100%. Toy Story 3 would have been the best ending.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, yeah, it really did cement that.
It's a perfect trilogy.
Woody moved on, and he is going to be a new kid's toy, and he has new friends, but his old friends are there. It really did wrap it all up beautifully.
So I did like that in Toy Story 4, Woody was less about himself and all about making sure the other toys were about making Bonnie happy. Like it wasn't like, this is all about me, this is the Woody show. It was Woody was like kind of like the grandpa of the group and making sure that everybody else was, getting what they needed.
And it was kind of sad, like he knew that as far as Bonnie goes, at least, like his purpose was served. Like he's probably not going to be a 6-year-old girl's favorite toy.
No, he's a cowboy.
He's a background character now.
Dude, people get so invested in the movies. There are people that are actually like, fuck Bonnie. She lied to Andy. She said she would take care of his cowboy. And it's like, it's not that serious. Like, you don't have to be that upset about a fucking Toy Story movie. Like, Bonnie's a shit character.
My kids many times in their lives have picked out a toy they were so sure was going to be their favorite thing in the world, and 3 days later didn't give a shit about it. Right. It happens.
Kids, they're fickle, man.
They are.
They're fickle.
They're fickle bitches.
What sucks is we know fucking how valuable Woody is now from Toy Story 2.
Yeah.
So the fact she let that toy get away, he was probably like $30,000.
At that point, yeah.
And Andy could have fucking sold him to pay for a year of college.
That's true.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Actually, by the time he went to college, probably way more than a year.
Right. Yeah, no, Toy Story 4 was great. It was fun. I loved Bo. I love they reintroduced Bo, and she was a badass.
We haven't talked about them yet, so I want to bring them up.
Yeah,
I love them, but Key and Peele, when they're hilarious as the stuck together stuffed animal.
Yeah. How about Operation Winner Winner Chicken Dinner? All three of them's just attacking the lady. They're describing the third one, like the lady closes up the shop for the night, she goes home. They're like, where's this going? They said, wait for it. She's in bed, though, just like, pop up. Buzz is like, right, so we're not doing that. And then I love the whole movie, like the thing about Buzz freaking out about the inner voice. Woody's like, I listen to my inner voice. Buzz is like, who do you think it is? He's like, what? He says, your inner voice. Who do you think's talking? Woody's like, me? And then Buzz, the whole movie, is like hitting his button. Buzz Lightyear to the rescue. Star Command. He's like, damn it, inner voice. Well, he doesn't say damn it.
So, I'm not gonna lie. I think I get that Buzz was like a side character in that movie.
Yeah.
But they really dumbed him down.
Yeah, they did. He kind of reverted to...
It was weird. I'm like,
they did.
This isn't
because he went back to factory settings in the third movie.
Yeah, right. That's fair.
He's just, I don't know. It's like he lost 100 IQ points.
They definitely dumbed him down.
Yeah,
if toys could have IQ points,
they do.
This was really Woody and Bo's movie, and Forky. But Toy Story 4 wasn't really the side characters.
Which is funny because we talk about how, like, you know, Woody is a side character in Bonnie's life.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still the main character in this movie.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, and when he said, the first time I watched this movie, I knew where it was going, and I already fucking started getting emotional when Buzz and Woody are talking, and Buzz says, she'll be okay. And, of course, he said that to him earlier when Bo Peep was leaving. But this time, you know he's going to say, Bonnie will be okay.
Yeah.
But he says she'll be okay, and Woody's looking down. I knew what Buzz was about to say. I'm like, oh, I instantly got emotional. I was like tearing up. He said, Bonnie will be okay. Oh, and then the way Woody just looks at him like, are you sure? Oh, it broke my heart.
Yeah, that made me tear up a little bit.
It was a nice little twist.
It was.
Yeah, that made me tear up, but when they almost died, didn't. What does that tell you, Corey?
You're a soulless bastard, and you'd rather somebody die than move on with their life.
Yeah. Mike's like, who gives a fuck if they die? But no, not separating.
Well, because death is peace.
Well, yeah,
wow.
That's true. See, death is misunderstood.
Death is peace, depending on what you believe.
Real quick, one last thing I just want to say. I'm not taking credit for this. This was a comment that I read, but I really liked this analysis of all 4 Toy Story movies. And both of you being parents, you'll probably appreciate it even more than I will. So someone said that pretty much Woody's role throughout the movies is a metaphor for the stages of parenthood. So they say Toy Story 1, how to deal with when your kid no longer needs you to be the center of their world. Toy Story 2 is the parental midlife crisis, thinking about what potential you had if you didn't have a kid, and then realizing that making your child happy is ultimately like the best thing. Right. Toy Story 3 was nice. What a great father. Wait, what are you, my therapist? Take a walk. Oh, great parenting. Toy Story 3 is about letting go when your kid's old enough to go off and be their own adult. And then Toy Story 4 is empty nest syndrome and how to cope when your life doesn't revolve around your kid anymore.
And then finally moving on from that, like, to have your own life.
Exactly.
That's what Lightyear's about.
That's what Lightyear and Lightyear's
what Lightyear's about.
Lightyear's about having your own life.
Lightyear's the 5th part of parenthood where life's just shitty.
Yeah. I mean, his life was fucking shitty.
His life was shitty.
Yeah.
But
welcome to adulthood.
No, I actually heavily agree with the 4th one, especially, like, because now that most of my kids are older and probably going to be like doing their own thing. It is getting to the point where, actually earlier I was talking about how I don't always have a whole lot of money to do anything. Yeah. And this trip we're going to take is going to cost a lot of money, and that, you know, it's going to be worth it. But when I get a little bit older and all my kids are out doing their own thing, I'm going to be able to do that more often. I'm going to be able to have my own life. I could even move away if I wanted to. So really that 4th movie is probably what resonates with me the most at this point. Yeah. Because most of my kids are old enough to do their own thing, and I'm just kind of thinking about what I'm going to be like when they're all gone.
Yeah,
and
when
what
you're your
kind of
own
life I have to
person
live.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like they plan these movies out for us growing up, like having kids and, moving out of the house. And
they're done very well. I would agree with that. I don't know where you read that from, but I agree with it.
The assessment
does seem pretty spot on for most of it.
It's
so
true.
yeah,
I got the symbolism of the third one, but I never really thought about that in the other ones. The third one, I obviously was like, well, letting Andy go, it's letting his kid go. I got that one. That one totally made sense.
Corey, any final thoughts? Anything else you'd like to say about Toy Story or Lightyear?
I liked Lightyear a little more than Adrian did, but I do totally get that it was an unnecessary movie to make. But I enjoyed that they did to show us what Andy was so infatuated with.
Yeah.
So I like that aspect of it.
I would argue that all movies are technically unnecessary to make. So
there's an element of truth to that statement.
Said, hey, you want to go see the new movie tonight? What's the point? Entertainment?
Well, that's how Adrian is, because he shits on all of them.
No, hey, check out my YouTube channel, Baker Reviews. I've reviewed more movies this year that I like than I don't like. Okay?
That's because he doesn't.
I like movies, all right, guys?
Because Adrian doesn't want to think about the ones he hates again, so he doesn't do any videos on them.
To be honest, though, it is more fun to review the movies you hate.
Yeah.
I think
if I hated any, I'd let you know.
Right.
It maybe sounds...
You could do a Jaws review.
All right. And Christmas Vacation.
There we go.
I don't get it. I just don't get it.
It maybe sounds like I enjoyed Lightyear more than both of you. I really didn't hate anything from that movie. I really
didn't hate anything from it.
Of course, watching it with my kids helps.
Oh, you're supposed to watch it with kids.
Usually.
Oh, whoops.
Usually,
well, just
when I watch stuff with my kids, it's usually pretty good.
For the record, anytime Mike watches anything with anybody, it influences him.
That's true.
He loves The Last Jedi now.
I don't know. I watched Encanto without my children, and I fucking love that movie.
I heard that was a good movie.
I've heard. I actually
the music is so fucking good in that movie.
And Corey, you've watched it?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Well, no, Corey likes musicals. He doesn't like talking about music.
I could talk about musicals all day.
We will have to do that very soon. Adrian, is there any final thoughts you have on Toy Story or Lightyear?
I just love the series. It's so much of my childhood. Whenever I want to watch animated movies, these are usually ones that I go back to, along with, Lion King, Aladdin, stuff like that. And I can put in any Toy Story and knowing the full story. It's not like I have to start from one. I can watch any of them, have a great time. I love all the characters. I love the complexities that you see of Woody through these movies. You get to see more, angles of his character that is not just one-dimensional. I didn't hate Lightyear, okay? I didn't hate it. Okay. Mike made a good point. If this was a standalone movie, I might have enjoyed it even more. There were still issues I had, but it's a fine enough movie. I want to eventually do a YouTube video ranking all these movies. I thought about doing it already, but the first four are so fucking hard. I've been in my head and I'm like, I think this one's better. No, but actually but these movies are so hard to rank. They're all perfection to me, aside from Lightyear, which isn't terrible. But it would be number 5. Spoiler.
I honestly, I would agree. I think it would be incredibly hard to rank the first 4, just because Toy Story 1 is my favorite Pixar movie of all time. Even with the newer ones, it's still my favorite.
And Toy Story 1 might be the worst if I rank them. I don't know. And I don't even mean worst. I mean least best.
Well, to you, I have a feeling that has a lot to do with the animation.
Right.
Because you spoke on it earlier about how you thought the animation was not, doesn't hold up today.
Yeah, it looks pretty rough today.
Even you watch anything like that, even some of the Disney animation from the 90s doesn't hold up like it does today either.
Oh, absolutely.
It's just,
yeah.
Although, unfortunately, there are some things like Dragon Ball Z's animation back then is a lot better than their animation now.
Yeah.
Some of Super's animation is not good.
And I just think all the other Toy Story movies, I think the adventure aspect of 2 through 4 are better than the first movie.
Well, because 1 wasn't really an adventure.
Exactly, right.
They went to Pizza Planet.
Yeah,
which was cool.
Yeah.
That whole entire Pizza Planet part is one of my favorites. I don't know why.
Oh yeah, I love the movie.
I love that Woody's the fucking. Well, then they're like trying to disguise themselves and they're fucking running around in the Pizza Planet cup and burger thing.
That's using your head, Sheriff.
Which, by the way, was one of the hardest parts of the old Nintendo game, Toy Story.
Oh my god!
You had to be in the burger and cup and sneak through the Pizza Planet.
So, my final thoughts, I would say, Toy Story. It's awesome.
Mike says that a lot, but this time it really is awesome.
I only have one more question. It can be a quick one before we do wrap this up completely. Is there any Pixar movie, Disney, Pixar, whatever, that even has the potential to be over Toy Story for you? Any of the Toy Stories? Because there is one for me, and it's not really going to surprise you guys.
I mean, I would need to look at a list of Pixar movies. I just hold these movies in such high regard. I don't think anything can top them.
I would say, and it's probably actually the same as yours, Corey, Big Hero 6.
That's actually not mine, but Big Hero 6 is also above them for me.
Ooh.
Big Hero 6, I think if I watched it enough times, probably could take over as my favorite Pixar movie.
Big Hero 6 is one of my favorites. But my favorite actually is it's more of a recent one, and it's not super rated well. Like, people didn't seem to like it as much as I did, but I liked Onward.
I never watched that fully.
It had a ton of like beautiful Dungeons and Dragons type things. Like, that was the whole story, basically. It was Dungeons and Dragons, but real world. And the ending to that movie just is fucking beautiful. It's a beautiful goddamn ending, and I shed many tears.
That's the one where Chris Pratt and
Tom Holland are trying.
Yeah.
They find a magic spell to bring their dad back, but they only do half of it right, so it's only his legs. And they have to find a way to bring the rest of him back because they have him till midnight 3 days from now or something like that. And they just find the rest of the spell like with like 10 minutes left. And Chris Pratt's character is more of a troubled brother who doesn't do anything right. And he's the one that actually gets to talk to the dad. And it's like the defining moment in his entire life that he got to see his dad because he felt the most abandoned by his father. It's a beautiful fucking movie.
Well, yeah, I've only seen bits and pieces of it. Like my kids, they'll be watching it in their room or something. And I've seen some of it. But I haven't seen the whole thing. I
bought it like immediately, and I don't usually buy Blu-rays anymore.
Well, this has kind of been a Toy Story / Pixar episode. This has been a bunch of random fucking shit.
Like all of our episodes. This has been like semi-Toy Story.
Corey, where can they find us out on the socials?
I'll tell you after Adrian does his plug.
I'll do it real quick. I was going to say, I guess I already plugged a few times this episode, but I always do that. I'm a whore.
I was going to go to Adrian next.
No, we usually do me, and then Corey does the socials. I've already plugged a few times, but you can check me out at Baker Reviews on YouTube, youtube.com/Baker Reviews for all of my terrible or great opinions about movies.
They're all terrible.
It's pretty bad.
Now, Corey, where can they find us on the socials?
On Facebook, we're just Culture Shocked Podcast. On Instagram, we're Culture Shock 21. And on Twitter, we are CS Podcast 21. Please come there and argue with me. I really love it. I'll get on there and tell you you're wrong, even if you're not. It's one of my joys in life. Please don't take that from me. That's where you can find us.
Rate and review us 5 stars on all of your podcasting platforms. Please leave a review. Let us know what you think of the show. Who's the best cast member? I mean, come on, you got to let us know.
Obviously.
It's not Doug because he's never here. So out of the 3 of us, who's your favorite?
You said cast member, not reoccurring guest role.
Yeah, that's right. But rate us 5 stars, guys. It means a lot.
Yeah, do it.
It does.
Fucking review it.
Fucking do it, guys.
Well, I think that will do it from all of us here at Culture Shocked. If you like what you heard, don't forget to subscribe. And as Adrian said, rate us 5 stars wherever you get your podcasts. And thanks for listening.
So long, partner.